Da ba ba dee ba doo. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Hello everybody, how's it going today? All you beautiful people. What's up? Shoutouts to both Twitch and YouTube chat. I actually have Streamlabs on screen right off the bat. And I actually got some resubs when we were doing the pre-show. So thank you, Approximate Hero for resubscribing with Twitch Prime for 34 months, and Lieutenant Spyro for resubscribing with the Tier 1 for 23 months. So close to the 2-year mark. Thank you very much, Spyro, and thank you very much, Approximate Hero. Hello, everybody. Alrighty. And Haley, thank you for resubscribing with the Tier 1 for 28 months. Whoop whoop. Everyone's very excited for Twilight Princess. I'm excited for Twilight Princess. There is a lot of Goron nipples in the Twitch chat right now. I love it. I love it. Hey, Emmy. Hey, Cobra. Hello, everyone that has shown up. Hey, Ginger Alien. Really good to see you again. All right, so for today's stream, just a little heads up. My ADHD gets a little bit of a break for being blamed for any brain farts I have. I have been out in the sun at the beach all day. It was a lovely day. It was just perfect Saturday. Very hot, but got to spend it near the water. So it was lovely, but my brain has probably been cooked a little bit from being out in the sun that long. Josh Extra Crispy Edition indeed. I am very excited to see how pink I'm going to be tomorrow. Is this you announcing a merch restock? I wish. No, I just I was in a tank top all day. I considered still wearing it for the stream, but it was a bit too had too much sunscreen on it. I was like, I need a fresh shirt. First thing I saw in my drawer was the classic Josh the Hedgehog tee. So I was like, you know what? That fits for doing a 64 Things rewatch. So I just decided to throw that on. Got past the goat herding, but I got scared of the Faron Woods. Oh, we are going to herd all the goats today. Or we're going to watch me previously herd some goats. But actually, I do want to do a Twilight Princess replay through. Because I have done a full playthrough of that on stream before, but I'd like to do another one, on YouTube and everything as well. But as soon as I do that, they're going to announce the Switch ports, and then that'll just be a pain. So I'd really like to wait until the Switch port gets announced, but y'all better be putting sunscreen on. Melanoma doesn't discriminate. It's true. No, I wore a lot of sunscreen, a lot of bug spray today. The mosquitoes were kind of a pain in the butt. Will it ever get ported to Switch? I feel like it has to. Nintendo... there's been so many rumors about it that it feels like it's one of those that Nintendo has to have done, and they're just sitting on it for a gap in their release schedule. So my guess, I'm going off no info here, no insider info or anything, but my guess is they're like, all right, we had Tears of the Kingdom in 2023. That's Zelda fans are going to be satisfied for a little bit. And then if we get the Switch 2, in the back half of 2024, I could see the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker as a bundle being in early 2024, one of the last releases on the regular Switch. And ideally, there's a whole lot of rumors that the next Nintendo console is actually going to be the Switch 2, they're keeping the Switch infrastructure and everything. And so if they do it the way that Xbox and PlayStation have kind of been doing things, they could even release it as a Switch game after the Switch 2 comes out, if it'll also work on the Switch 2, if that makes sense. Yeah, I really hope that whatever happens with the next console, that we're not just getting rid of all the Switch games and backwards compatibility. Has Nintendo even spoken about the rumors? No, it's just entirely been like one of those things where the insiders that usually seem to kind of know some stuff or are able to confirm like some things before a Nintendo Direct, they keep saying that like as far as they're aware, like the ports are done and ready, and they keep expecting them like, oh, this is definitely the Direct, it's going to be announced, but they just haven't announced it yet. And it was the same thing with the Metroid Prime remaster, where that kept getting rumored like over and over, and it was a weird thing where like everyone was like, why aren't they announcing that? And then they did announce it as like a day, like that was the Direct where they shadow dropped the Metroid Prime remake. And everyone's like, oh, that's why they didn't announce it, because they were waiting to drop it the day that it came out. Will Randomizer be for dessert? Probably not. I think this is just going to be a few hours of reacting to the older episodes. And then we'll have Rando for our next, like, full stream. But yeah, we probably won't have enough time to do, like, a full Randomizer run once we finish Twilight Princess. Because Twilight Princess is when the episodes start getting long. That was when I started going for that over 10 minutes ad revenue. The insiders are getting ridiculous. As long as you keep saying it over and over, you can't be wrong. For a lot of them, that is true. There's a few people that they usually kind of can hear some accurate rumblings like just before a Direct comes out. And so it's like, it's the people that do seem to keep getting tripped up by the Wind Waker stuff. If it just never happens, that would be very surprising. Josh, you find anything about how you got locked in Fire Temple? So I didn't get to submit it to the actual Discord. I talked with a couple friends that know some of the logic stuff. I think it was just a really, really niche case of I did need the hover boots for that, but the way that the keys worked out, I basically didn't get my bonus key. So I think that's what happened, where it technically was beatable, but it was just it wasn't a dead end. It was just I would have had to go and get the hover boots. I think hover boots were on King Zora. So it's like it was beatable, but usually that shouldn't happen where you get all the way into Fire Temple and then it's like, oh, I need the hover boots to actually finish it off. Time for hot, sexy Goron nipples. Oh yeah, this is the series where I really started to appreciate the lovely rock hard Goron nipples. And I have our spreadsheet with all the episodes, so that is good. That is very good. So I've tried a Wind Waker rando. What about Majora's Mask? Yeah, I've tried Majora's Mask rando. Like if there's VODs of me doing a couple runs a few months ago. I'll probably do another Majora's Mask randomizer separate at some point in the near future, because I want to do the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask crossover rando. And yeah, just making sure that I know the Majora's Mask stuff like in my head is probably a good idea before I try doing both of them. Crossover? Yeah, so I don't know a whole lot of details on how it works, but I know there is a functioning because before there's the link to the past. There's a link to the past in Super Metroid combined randomizer where you can find items for Super Metroid within Link to the Past and vice versa. Or you could just find like Link to the Past items in Link to the Past. But both item pools are all mixed together, and you need to keep switching between the games. Apparently, there is this version of that was made for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So it has both the item pools of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, swaps them all together, and then makes it so that you can beat both games and you swap between which ROM you're playing, I think by going through the Temple of Time. I forget exactly where like the changeover entrance is, but they make it as if it's like a specific location to hop between Termina and Hyrule. So I don't know a lot more about it other than that. Oh, it's the Happy Mask shop. Okay. But yeah, I'm very interested to try that out eventually. It'll take a bit of getting used to because it'll be the like ROM version of Ocarina of Time instead of Ship of Harkinian, but I'm excited for that. That'd be a good 64 hour stream. Oh God, 64 hours wrong with destroying my sleep schedule. Is there a Skyward Sword randomizer? If there is one, would you do it? Actually, is there? I feel like there has to be. Yeah, okay, there is one. Oh, they have a full website and everything. Wait, when was this last updated? Oh. All right, there's beta builds still getting worked on as of 5 hours ago. So apparently there is a... Okay, yeah, the most recent version of Skyward Sword Rando was released on June 2nd, so a month ago. Huh. Okay, so I would need to figure out how to hook up like a Wiimote to an emulator and everything and actually be able to play that. But Skyward Sword Rando, I might have to try out. I don't know how that game would work as a randomizer, because I'm already. I feel Twilight Princess will probably happen before Skyward Sword Rando. Randomizer with motion controls fills me with a little bit of dread. I'd like to try it out. But yeah, because I'm already kind of wondering how Twilight Princess is going to function as a randomizer, because I find it's a lot more linear than the setup of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker. But Skyward Sword would be a really interesting one. 64 things wrong with Jish's sleep schedule. Yeah, scheduling a 64-hour stream would be... Well, I don't know when I'd find 64 free hours in my life. Hey, Verch. Hope you're doing good. My guess is Skyward Sword Rando has the map expanding slates in the item pool so you unlock more world as you find more items. Yeah, they could do something like that. I know Twilight Princess, by default, it just opens up the game world like a lot more than it would be at the start of the game. Kind of like how Ocarina of Time Randomizer just automatically has it. You can go from child to adult as the default setting, just to like have that initial openness. So I assume that Twilight Princess like does a whole lot of that, where it's just like, okay, the Twilight walls are down. You actually can explore Hyrule Field. Excuse me. Autism Dragon, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Emmy. Thank you, Emmy, for continuing your subscription for 34 months. Super duper appreciate it. I see you, AEOU. AOU? I don't know how to pronounce your username. Apologies. Josh, are me and Cobra the only ones who hang around that have the first badge? I think you're the only two, like, super regulars. Like, I think there's a few that'll show up to, or that I'll see in stream every now and then. But I think you are the two, like, the consistent regulars that show up with it. Oh, all the Pizza Hearts, Emmy. Yeah, breakups are poopy on both ends. Twilight Princess has a few settings to determine the starting point, but default is Twilight Gone and Barrier around Hyrule Castle. Oh, yeah, that makes sense as like a good starting point. You did better this time with pronouncing it? Yes. Nailing it. Nailing it. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna hop right into wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna hop right into the first episode of 64 Things Wrong with Twilight Princess. So yeah, I've been doing just before we get into it, or get into this, for anyone who hasn't been here before for one of these rewatch streams. I've been rewatching my old episodes of 64 Things Wrong. This year is the 10th anniversary of the first episode of 64 Things Wrong, coming out on April Fool's. So I've been doing a rewatch and kind of offering my behind the scenes director's commentary, just, nerding out over these old episodes and everything like that. You guys seem to enjoy watching them and the little extra perspective I can give. So there'll be a lot of like pausing and like talking over like different jokes I want to react to and things like that. I really appreciate how much support you guys have given the show over the years, and so it's fun to look back and do the whole like nostalgia thing. Did you ever figure out what happened to your other seed, by the way? Yes, I think I'm pretty sure it was a case of like super specifically the way that the bosses and the dungeons were shuffled meant that we didn't get the bonus key. And so it still kept it it still was logically possible to beat if we got the hover boots by unfreezing King Zora, but it was just a really just niche thing for the logic to do that normally it wouldn't do. Hey, Dutchlander. Hello, everyone that's showing up. Was that new 64 Things Wrong a one-off, or are you planning on doing an entire series of that? I think that was, or the new Super Mario Bros. Episode is a one-off. Like, I don't think there'll be another episode based on the DS game. But in the future, there could be episodes on like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2, U. Is there another New Super Mario Bros? Super Mario Run? Maybe? I don't know. But other New Super Mario Bros. Games might get an episode. But I think that the DS one's just a one-off. Has it really been 10 years? I remember stumbling upon the 64 Things Wrong videos during the middle of when you were doing Ocarina of Time, and I've been a fan since. I think for me that might have been 2014. Yeah, 2014 was when Ocarina of Time ended and had like the back half of the series. So, and that was whenever it was like really gaining traction. So 2014, 2015 would be around when that is. Juno Steele, thank you very much for continuing your gift sub. That was apparently gifted by Blighter. Thank you very much, Juno, and thank you very much, Blighter, in the past. I'm just seeing if there's any other comments to respond to before we start this up. And Kai Zaid, thank you very much for resubscribing for 18 months. Congrats on the new pink 1.5 badge. Good afternoon. Glad to be here at the stream. Hard to believe it's been half my life since 64 Things began. Oh, God. I love doing these streams, but they always make me feel super old. And almost the hype train going on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. Love the Josh the Hedgehog shirt. We gotta stan. We gotta stan the original Hedgehog. Then Sonic came and ripped him off. How could he do that? Helltong, thank you very much for the new Tier 1 subscription and getting the start on that hype train. Thank you very much. That is very appreciated. Hype train going on over on Twitch. Reminder, everyone, Josh will be 30 next year. Jesus, go right for the throat with making me feel old. I still have a 29th birthday at the end of this year. I'm still 2 away. I'm good. Yeah, thank you very much, Helltong. I am honored to be your favorite Canadian. Friggin' suck it, Ryan Reynolds. And yeah, thank you very much for the support. Where did Josh the Hedgehog start again? I think it was the first step, or the episode that's 64 Things Wrong with Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it's just flat out that episode. It wasn't Sonic Adventure, right? I don't think so. Yeah, it was 64 Things Wrong with Sonic the Hedgehog, like the Sonic series in general. And then yeah, he's been a recurring character in like the Sonic Forces videos, Sonic Adventure 2. Actually, he might not have been in the Sonic Adventure 2 because that was a more recent episode. And Josh the Hedgehog's been on vacation. Damn it. I shouldn't have reminded anyone about Ryan Reynolds. That's fine. I can't compete with Deadpool. I understand. Are Josh the Hedgehog and Golden the Meerkat the only Josh Microsoft Paint lore characters? Oh, God. I think there was, we made one on stream one time. God, I would have to search deep within my hard drives for the, I'd have to search deep within my hard drives to find the image, but I think there's a Butts the Fox. I think he was a fox. I think I kept him as a fox with that one. Josh the Hedgehog cameos at the end of the Sonic Adventure 2 video. Oh, does he appear in that? Oh, that actually warms my heart then, that he's still around. Lieutenant Spyro, thank you for continuing your YouTube membership for 11 months. Ooh, YouTube members. Fighting back against the Twitch hype train. That is very appreciated, Spyro. And super close to the 1 year icon over on YouTube. Thank you. I regret searching Butts the Fox to see if it was ever uploaded anywhere. I don't think it was uploaded like anywhere. I did a charity stream, and I think one of the incentives was I had to come up with a new character on the spot, and so we like drew him on stream. I think that was what happened. But yeah, okay. We are going to hop into the actual episode now. And One Bookfish, thank you very much for resubscribing for 73 months. Wait, 73 months in a row. Holy shit. Thank you very much, One Bookfish. Hype Train, let's go. Thank you very much. And getting us to the level 2 of the Hype Train. I wish we could have a Hype Train combining both platforms. That'd be super dope, Haley. And Vmon coming in with the Twitch Prime subscription. I said I was just about to start the video, and now everyone's Twitch Priming up in here. Vmon resubscribing for 55 months. That is a very nice number. Thank you very much, Vmon. I think Josh singing the Family Guy theme is better than the actual theme song. That's what... The Mighty Number 9 video, that's like the only thing I remember about it, is the Family Guy joke. That's it. The rest of the game has been wiped from my memory. Okay. We are going to try to hop into this episode. I'll still shout out any subscriptions and stuff like that, but... yeah, so this is the first episode of Twilight Princess. Just before we begin, this one actually has a little bit of an interesting background on I made this in a different way than I made the other episodes. And it was also, I specifically wanted to time it because Twilight Princess is coming out. So the cold open of this episode, even I referenced this, but initially the plan was to do all of the series in the order they were released. So it's going to be Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and then Wind Waker. But then Nintendo announced that Twilight Princess HD was coming to the Wii U. And I was like, I can't turn that down. I can't turn down like the extra searches that'll be happening for Twilight Princess when making an episode. So I'm going to do Twilight Princess before I do Wind Waker. The problem was, and so the plan was, okay, I'll ask Nintendo for a review copy of Twilight Princess HD. That was back when Nintendo of Canada was really good at giving out codes to YouTubers and everything. And I was like, I'll ask for that, and then I'll do the episode. So I wrapped up 64 Things Wrong with Majora's Mask like a week or two before this game or before this episode came out. I was like, okay, I need to finish Majora's Mask and then hop right into Twilight Princess if I want to hit this release date. And then it kept getting pushed back when I was going to get my Twilight Princess HD code. And so I realized I'm not going to have enough time to write this thing. I'm not going to have enough time to figure out all the jokes if I wait for the HD version. So part of the reason that I might have been so critical on the opening of Twilight Princess for a while is because I had to record and write the entire episode, because my writing process for these was I'd record my footage, I'd write down any ideas I got while getting the footage, and then I'd go back over the footage and flesh out the list so I had a full 64 things wrong. So I did all the actual writing and playing through the opening of the game on the GameCube version of the game. Wrote the whole thing, recorded the audio, did all of that. Then finally, the day before release, Nintendo gives me a Twilight Princess HD code. So I then have to replay through the entire opening of the game in Twilight Princess HD so that I have the HD footage. Because I wanted that to be part of the series since the HD version was coming out anyways. So redid the entire thing, or re-got all the footage in HD, and then synced that up with all of my jokes that I'd recorded on the original version. While doing all of that, while making the episode, and then I think it's like a running bit in this series, I kept getting content claimed for all of the cutscenes, because this was the era where Nintendo was a real pain in the ass with copyright claiming any cutscenes in the recently released games. And they were absolute bastards with Twilight Princess. So I had to keep re-uploading new versions of the video until I finally got one that squeezed through, and then this first episode could finally go live. So yeah, there's 2 episodes in the Twilight Princess series that I would say were probably the most hectic creative environments I've had for an episode of 64 Things Wrong. So the Twilight Princess series is very memorable for me. And when we get to the other really hectic episode, I'll tell that story as well. But yeah, first episode of Twilight Princess sticks out to me as being, damn, this was a hard one to get out on time. But I did it. And I think Twilight Princess is overall one of my favorite 64 Things Wrong series, because it was like, this is the first series where I think I fully had like kind of my style of humor like figured out for the show, like from the very first episode, and it just bam, 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 bam. Oh my God. One, thank you guys for the super cool hype train. And also, thank you, Frets, for our first ever hype chat. Is it hype chat or hyper chat? Whatever it is, I'm going to call it hyper chat. That sounds cooler. Thank you for the first ever hyper chat I've gotten over on Twitch. The $7 Canadian and the little, I don't know if you added the lightning bolt there or if that's just what happens on hyper chats, but thank you very much for the $7 hyper chat. Oh wait, it's saying it's hype chat. There's no R at the end. Okay. Just hype. Thank you very much, Frets. Oh, they added the lightning. Okay. Nintendo gave you a review copy, then gets mad when you review. Exactly. I feel a little bit bad that there's some of these games like this and Splatoon 2, I think like Mario and Rabbids are all games where they gave me a review copy, and then of course the video I put out is titled 64 Things Wrong with this game. Whenever they're actually games that I like if it was bad, I like, obviously I don't have any problem saying like a game sucks even if I got a free copy of it. But whenever I actually do like the game and then I'm putting out a title like that always felt a little funny to me. But now we got the parody in the title for all these things. That wasn't why I added the parody to some of these, but good thing it's a parody, exactly. But just if anyone ever like looked up like, oh, what did Josh ever do, like just whoever working in Nintendo of Canada PR looking up like, oh, what did Josh do with our Mario and Rabbids code we sent, or our Splatoon 2 code we sent him. And then it's just immediately a trending video that's saying 64 things that suck about Splatoon at first glance. Lets you pin a message in the chat for how long per amount donated. Yeah, that's how the super chats work too. So very cute of that Twitch and YouTube just keep stealing features from each other. Please nobody spend $500 so that it stays on top of the thing for 5 hours. Pay $1,000 and you can last for a full randomizer seed. Why did I add parody to the video titles? I did. Sorry for anyone that's just wanting me to hop right into the videos, but I'm enjoying giving the behind the scenes stuff, just but the preamble things. Yeah, I'm kind of still in this mode, but I really didn't like the idea of a lot of people thinking that I was just doing the CinemaSins thing. Or I know CinemaSins like says that they're kind of like a parody or comedic show too, but I didn't. There was a lot more people later on that were also doing like everything wrong with these games, or like doing actual just like bashing different games and stuff like that. And for a while I was really concerned with like, I don't want that to be the impression that people get. I don't want to be putting out like actual negativity and stuff into the YouTube ecosystem. Like there's enough of that. So for a bit I thought like, I'm going to put parody in the title just so people know that it's like, that it's all supposed to be in good fun. And I think if you watch any of the episodes, they're not serious. Like none of these are, very few of these are actual things wrong or anything. But I had a whole like little bit of crisis of faith like type thing on like, do I want people to be thinking like I'm actually nitpicking these games, or I just wanted to make it a little bit clear. I think now I don't care as much, but part of that's still there, where I don't want anyone to be like thinking I'm being like outright like negative, or like, or even I think now I'm like more okay with doing like 64 things wrong with like big old Nintendo game or whatever, or like classic Nintendo game, as opposed to like a new game that just came out, or like especially an indie game. Like I don't think I would I'd be comfortable putting out an episode called like 64 things wrong with like Pizza Tower, or like 64 things wrong with Celeste or whatever. Even if I really wanted to like do my style of comedy like on those games, I don't want it to, I wouldn't want anyone that like makes those games to actually like see that and like, I don't know, get their feelings hurt when that's like not what I'm going for. But yeah, so 64 things right with Pizza Tower. I actually still need to play that game, but I love the soundtrack of it. But okay, we are gonna hop into the first episode, and then we'll catch up on some stuff once it ends. So fasten your seatbelts. Let's go.
The Wind Waker, one of my favorite.
Oh, also let me know if the audio's good.
Franchise.
Oh, that
Yet,
needs to
with
get
its unique
raised.
art style, an epic story, and fantastic characters galore, I was dedicated to having this be the next.
All right, let me restart that.
The Wind Waker, one of my favorite titles in the entire Zelda.
Is this at a good level
franchise.
now?
Yep, with its unique
Okay,
art
good.
style, an epic story, and fantastic characters galore, I was dedicated to having this be the next satirical series of 64 Things Wrong. But then Nintendo gave me an early copy of Twilight Princess, the HD one, with the high definition dog. Yay for Twilight Princess!
That logo is a furry and no one seems concerned. Can we all just take a moment? I kind of miss the Wii U boxes. The Switch boxes are cute, the little tiny ones. But the Wii U was a flop, but it was something
Welcome
special.
to Twilight Princess, or as I like to call it, Ocarina of Time for angsty teens and/or furries. You know, with this new series of 64 Things Wrong, I'd like to make things as accessible as possible to viewers that...
Apologies to any former angsty teens, or any former furries, or any current angsty teens, or any current furries.
perhaps aren't as familiar with the Zelda franchise. Is Zelda the Green Hat Boy, they might ask? No, of course not. Zelda's the horsey. Obviously, the best way to begin an adventure game is with a philosophical discussion about depression and the fact that the sun goes down at night. Yeah. Wow, they named the town around the castle Castletown? I can't wait to visit other classic Zelda locations like Mountain That Is Tall and Zora's Place with water in it. Yo!
Wait, is Zora's Place with water in it? Is that where Sidon's fiance is from? That new Zora location we've never heard about. Yeah, in Twilight Princess, you name Link and then you name Epona. So I remember whenever I first got it, I named Epona Eddie after our cat. But then I think that's a good bit of just like, Zelda's not the green dude, Zelda's the horsey.
Horse thief! Stop that! You expect me to fall in love with you if you keep jacking my ride? Who the heck at Nintendo thought it was a good idea to open their dark and mature Zelda game with freaking goat herding? Goat herding? No.
Can you tell that I had to do this section twice for this video? I feel like I'm gonna cringe a little bit at how harsh I am on the opening of Twilight Princess. I still, like, we've had recent debates on, like, how I think it's a bit overlong, but I'm, like, extra salty in this video because, as I said, I had to record it all twice.
Yeah, sure. Give us 5 seconds of how the horse actually controls before taking her away from us again. That's fine. Whatever. How boring must these kids' lives be if all they want to do all day is hang out with the entirely silent teenager? I don't even have a sword yet. Why do you think I'm cool? You know, I was a bit worried about doing the HD version of this game, but this guy's forehead makes it all worth it. Oh my god, is that a frickin' fish? I ain't seen one of those in a million years. You know, I never thought they would make...
Wait, what? I'm not 100% sure what the actual joke was there. Is it just how excited Link is there? Or is it... I wonder if that's like a reference to like something that had happened in the time. Or something that had happened like around the release of the video. Or maybe it's a Zelda timeline joke? Or yeah, the expressive face? I'm not sure. Hero of Storms, thank you very much for resubscribing for a year in a row and 4 years total. Thank you very much, Hero of Storms. Hello, Jish, how are you? I just got 2 more ear piercings yesterday, and I'm so in love with my new look. Ooh, very nice, Hero of Storms. I'm sure you're looking styling, and I'm doing pretty good. I had a lovely day at the beach. Whoops.
I ain't seen one of those in a million years. You know,
maybe I just wanted to talk with an accent.
In a Zelda game more than the chickens. But what do you know? Nintendo did it. Oh, yeah, he caught the fish all by himself. Yeah, maybe your cat is a genius. Or maybe you could even consider him really freaking clever. Whoa, 30 rupees for a slingshot? Well, I guess it's
also,
time
that cat
kind
kind
of
looks like Percy.
Responsible. Work hard, take things seriously.
Like a bit too much white on the front, but like, and a bit too much brown. But like, generally, Percy's just the very white, fluffy belly and black and brown on his back. Yeah, he's a little bit more calico than Percy is, but...
And smash some motherfucking pumpkins. Oh god, not the Nicolas Cage memes. You just delivered something to my room. What is it, a less boring start to this game? Wow.
I wasn't salty at all.
A wooden sword. I can still cut grass somehow? Weird. This is the single most passive-aggressive tutorial of all time, and it's given to you by some kind of demon baby. Look at those brows. Hey, don't chase that monkey! Ah, crap. What is it with the dark Zelda games and frickin' monkeys? Da-na-na-na! You got the dynamic lighting lantern that looked really cool in all the original previews for this game, but then barely gets used in the final product. Now go burn stuff. Alright, there's gotta be some precise way to free
That
you
funky
guys.
monkey.
Ta-da! Wait, I'm literally outside the forest temple, and you're not gonna let me go in? But I wanna do a dungeon. I wanna get cool items. I'm ready for them. Guys, I just wanna... Not herd more goats! Yo, Pumbaa, we were trying to have a moment here, but I see how it is. Time to finally get some combat and... For the love of God. Alright, it's a big scary wall of blackness, but it's time to become the hero of legend and use our courage to... Oh, okay, they're just gonna choose for us. So, did we just see Link's O-face? Great, this is exactly what I needed after dealing with Tattle for 7 episodes. Another sassy female sidekick. Take a shot every time Midna pauses.
Why you gotta specify they're a lady? Canceling past me for misogyny.
You in this underground
Canceled.
section to explain super obvious wolf abilities. Just kidding, don't do it. You'd be dead. Okay, my teeth hurt just thinking about pulling off that move. Whoa, we were in Hyrule Castle all along? That would be such a cool plot twist, you know, if this looked anything at all like the Hyrule Castles in the previous games. How big is this place? Oh my gosh, who is that? Who's it gonna be? Is it Ganon? Oh god, I bet it's Ganon. Oh my goodness, it's... Oh. Crap. Zelda's hot in this one. Ah, she said the name of the game again! Yay, crazy flashbacks to a super intimidating new villain that totally won't be made a buffoon of later on. Also, shouldn't Zelda have surrendered before Zant murdered a bunch of her guards in the throne room? I mean, she must have known the fight was over by now. Why let those guys die? Wait a minute. Computer, enhance! Zant has a butt mouth. Quick, everyone, chug your drink.
Great commentary, Josh.
Drink until the sword finishes falling to the floor. Man, Twilight Princess drinking games are brutal. Wait, I have to stay as a wolf for a bit? Alright, I guess that's okay, just as long as there's no stealth segments or... This is the stupidest thing I've ever had to do in a Zelda game. Psst! Hey, chicken! You guys are like the deadliest thing in this game, right? Go kill Ganon for me. Thanks for sharing your exposition right out in the open, guys. So, I'm assuming the game developers sat down at one point and were like, okay, Wolfling's got the sword and shield now, maybe we should turn him back into a human again and get him to an actual dungeon. But then, I'm assuming a homeless guy ran in off the street, took a steaming dump in the middle of the conference room, and then said, or maybe you could make Wolflink have to kill all these annoying bug things first in an area you've already been to, and then have to go through that area again for a third time as regular Link, but with even more annoying puzzles.
Do you... Not salty at all. Holy shit. Oh, dear. Just a little bit sassy.
I'm just assuming that's what had to have happened. Seriously, why would they make this stupid intro so f***ing long? It makes me wanna... Oh. Hi, giant glowy squirrel thing. How you doing? Oh, hey, it's the guy that timeline theorists touch themselves to. Stealing from a bird. The perfect crime. And finally, a gazillion hours later, I can enter the forest temple and deal with monkeys. Why do I like video games? Whoa, Kim Kardashian! That you? I haven't seen you in ages. Well, at least that's the weirdest thing I'll see in this temple. What the what?
I think that was a reference to, I think Kim Kardashian had just done the like break the internet butt photo shoot or whatever. I don't think that was just a generic let's bash a female celebrity thing. I think that was a specific reference, but that's another one of those ones where I'm like, Somehow this isn't the latest Josh entered a temple. Oh yeah, I remember I saw that in the Discord, the chart of what's the latest I enter in.
What the f is that? It's got feather titties. Why has a Zelda game got feather titties? Oh, cool. So you're basically a creepy version of that spell that nobody ever used in Ocarina of Time. Oh.
I mean, that spell became a lot more useful in Randomizer, so Past Josh just doesn't know what he's talking about, I guess. I guess not.
We are too early in this title for
VHS.
dealing with water. Oh man, they put extra security on this monkey. That means he's the mastermind, the kingpin. The dawn of the monks. This makes me uncomfortable. I didn't know Australians could control the wind. That explains so much. That's all right. You guys stay there. I mean, I'm totally qualified to do this crap on my own, right? I'm all for realism, but maybe you could, have done less realism with the spiders. Oh, jeez, Rick.
Damn it! Oh my god! I was waiting for the joke to end so that I could pause, and then I was going to riff on that and say, man, I should submit this to Adult Swim. I hear they're trying to replace Justin Roiland. But then past me made the Rick and Morty reference. I usurped my own joke through time travel. That was a pretty epic wubba lubba dub dub moment. That's true.
The man look to the sky. Oh my gosh, I am keeping up with the Kardashians. Keep giving me bombs, Kim. Really? All the other games I get a jewel or mask or something, and then this game's first dungeon gives me,
Wait. I think this is one episode where I wish it was like 69 things wrong or something. Because I think I only spent like literally one thing wrong on the actual boss, which feels like I could have gotten more of that.
Oh, jeez, Rick. Son of man, look to the sky.
Wait, do I even have a joke?
Oh my gosh, I am keeping up with the Kardashians. Keep giving me bombs, Kim. Really?
I didn't even show the boss. Damn. I just riffed on the monkey helps you during it. Interesting.
All the other games I get a jewel or mask or something, and then this game's first dungeon gives me, art? Something? I don't know. Well, my first step on a long journey has been taken, but I know that as long as I remain courageous, we can eventually defeat the Twilight.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at my own joke there. Like, I laugh at my own jokes on this because just, I don't know. Sometimes they're funny, but I was laughing. Link like looks off to the side while I'm talking. It's like he's waiting for me to shut up.
Twilight and save Hyrule. I'm just glad that we've gotten that boring intro out of the way. And hopefully, I think I'm gonna be staying as Human Link for a long time. Are you freaking kidding me? Hey guys, this month Really Freaking Clever and the 64 Things Wrong series are sponsored by Geek Fuel.
No, we're not. Not anymore, baby. What is it with the random screen tilts that just adds to the charm? I am not a good video editor or stuff like that, or at least I don't think I'm that like talented compared to like some of the shit that other people could do with After Effects. But I do enjoy my zooms and my tilts, and I'm physically just pulling the screen and like showing it to people is always the attitude I have for those edits. And I enjoy them. They're simple, but they work. Screen tilts brought to you by Sony Vegas. No, because I would have no idea how to do that in Vegas. I only figured that shit out once I hit Premiere. Honestly, forget what the Forest Temple's boss is, so it's probably not much to joke about. It's a giant like Deku Baba thing where honestly, I probably just would have done some Little Shop of Horrors jokes. which I'm a bit sad that I missed out on those, but yeah, that is the first episode, barring the little Geek Fuel ad at the end. Wait, now I'm trying to remember if I also, maybe that was part of the extra stressful thing with this episode, was the fact that I also had a sponsor at the end, so I had to get them to approve the episode before I could even do it public. So I think that probably had me extra stressed out as well, because that's just always an ordeal waiting to hear back on, like, can I put up this ad for you guys? These videos were also during the era of Jish's long end slates. I mean, yeah. Look at this. The episode's ending at like 8:30, and it goes all as a 12-minute video. So we do have the long end slates. What a different time on YouTube. Now it's literally beneficial to just have no end slate and have like maybe 5 seconds of like having your links at the end of the episode. But yeah, are we ready for the first fully Goron Titty episode? Never understood the Kim Kardashian jokes when this video came out. So I'm pretty sure I was thinking like, oh, I'll show the image on screen, but I don't think I could show the image on YouTube. But there was a whole thing where Kim Kardashian did a photo shoot, and there was like it's a picture, and she's she's naked because she has her dress like falling off her, and she has her chest like covered because she's holding a wine bottle, and then she's like shooting wine like over her head and like past her butt, and she has like her entire ass sticking out of the dress. And I think the headline and like the thing, it like became a meme. Anytime someone says that something broke the internet, I think it was initially coined by that headline because they said Kim Kardashian is trying to break the internet. And so like the whole thing, and like what the magazine was trying to say was like Kim Kardashian showing her butt, and that, oh my God, that's a lot of Goron titties in the chat. And so yeah, it was a whole thing that Kim Kardashian was trying to break the internet with her ass. And so I think that's the reason that I keep referencing it for the monkey. That the monkey keeps showing its butt, because I think by this point, like, there's the few the Olsen twins jokes in the original Ocarina of Time that I always say that's probably my like the joke that I like wouldn't make today, or like has aged the poorest. So I don't think I'm just generally being like, but Kim Kardashian. It was like specifically Kim Kardashian had done a butt related thing around when this came out, or within a couple months before this came out. Let's watch One Thing Wrong with Pong. We will have to watch that one. Maybe we'll do that one at the end as one of the one-offs once we finish the series. Notice with some YouTubers like PBG that end slates aren't a thing anymore. Yeah, so the whole issue with that is so YouTube, just as over time, has really started to value what percentage, or what's the average percentage of the video viewed. So like you always lose like some viewers like at the start of a video, and just over time, the percentage of viewership that stays with a video like lowers, just as people either click off it or save it for later, or just decide, this isn't for me. And so like that stat is like always lowering. And so but since YouTube values that stat a lot more, at the very end, whenever you have an end slate, like some people are going to stay and listen to it, especially because I would like just ramble, and it was like kind of a bit that I would have the rambling end slates. And so anyone that watches through all my end slates, I love you. You are the best. But a lot of people, and like even myself, when I watch like YouTube videos a lot of the time, I don't sit there like through the whole end slate, or even if it's just like the 30-second one at the end. People will usually just click off that, but then your stats for like what percentage of people are watching just dip right at the end, and because of that, it like brings the whole average down. And especially for like this one, where literally like the last fifth of the video is end slate, you're like, YouTube just thinks, why are people not watching the end of this video? Does it just get really bad around this point? I'm going to recommend that less. And so, yeah, just over time, people have had to start doing shorter and shorter end slates. And now it's like, basically you want people watching right up until the end because that impacts it so much. And so you just kind of like end the video, give it a few seconds, and then you're done. And yeah, also whenever especially when you have an ad and then the end slate, that like you get a lot of people clicking off, which is totally fine. Like a lot of people click through ads and everything, which is that's just how it rolls. Always wondered about this. What about someone that stops watching a video and gets back to it? Like they pause it and go back. Sometimes I do that because I watch stuff as I'm getting ready for the day, but I don't want to negatively impact my favorite YouTubers. I'm not an expert on this, but I think even if you like exit out of a video and then you do go back to it, I think that still would really help the YouTuber, because then you're getting like the 2 views from it, but more specifically YouTube seeing, oh, this person went back to that video, so they did want to go back for more. And I think that actually even might, I don't think it would count for more engagement than like watching it the whole way through, but it would be really close, because YouTube like would take into account, oh, he's clicked this person's clicked on this video twice. So yeah, don't ever feel bad about like having to leave a video partway through or like going back to it later or anything, because I think overall that would still balance out and YouTube would still see it as like, oh, this person does want this content, they are clicking on it. Am I glad my 64 Things Wrong April Fool's gaff took off, or do you wish until you ran out of time for YouTube the channel had remained focused on Really Freaking Clever? No, I have no regrets with 64 Things Wrong and everything, cuz I think I was doing decent with just Really Freaking Clever. But I think a lot of my growth came from 64 Things Wrong, and that being a really, I think it was the combo of having those 2 series that was like the best for my channel whenever it was growing the most, because I had that more in-depth like game design content, and then 64 Things Wrong was a really good like entry level, or like an entry level thing to get people watching the channel and everything. So I don't regret that at all, because I don't like, maybe if I just stuck with Really Freaking Clever, things would have taken off in a different way, but that's too much like multiverse stuff. I'd be interested to see what that version of Josh looks like these days. But yeah, no, I have no regrets about 64 Things Wrong. Did you make your own little cartoon guy and music on the end slate? No. So the end slate stuff, this art was actually, oh God, I think her name's Jenna Brown. I hope they haven't changed their name, or like, I hope that's still what they go by. But I believe they did concept art for A Hat in Time, was what I knew them from, and they had commissions open. And so I commissioned a few, like, some art of myself to use for thumbnails and everything. So that's what, like, and I still use this art, like, to this day, because it still looks like me, so why wouldn't I? So yeah, this from one of the concept artists for A Hat in Time, and the music was based on an original composition by me, but then my friend Lorenzo, or Zerachi, if you've ever seen him in my chat, he did like the new version of my theme that happens for like the cartoon intros and like the outros and everything like that. Would RFC only Jish have the beard? That's the question. Does that mean I'm evil Josh because I have the beard and the other one wouldn't? But yeah, let's go into part 2 and get ready for some Goron titties. Josh versus the cooler Josh. The other variants are PBG and Ant Dude. Wow. I can't believe you would just attack the most oppressed group in America. White Nintendo YouTubers. How could you? You falsely accused Yoshi of tax fraud? I was involved in that, but it wasn't quite me. I was just an associate. I was an accomplice. Ooh, all the Goron titties in chat.
The following...
Hope we get the old RFC theme back as a bonus track on the album. You know what? Even if it doesn't go on the actual album, I actually should... I actually should figure out like what the chords and stuff are on that and see if my current guitarist, if we could record an album era version of that song. That actually puts an idea in my head.
Episode of 64 Things Wrong is filled with hot, sexy Goron nipples. Viewer erection is advised.
Wait, did I read that right? I wonder if you could get away with saying erection in the first 10 seconds of a video and not have it be demonetized these days. I wonder if you could... I think that would get auto-flagged now.
Welcome back to the Zelda game that involves teleporting to a dark mirror version of the real world. What a brand new concept! You're telling me that the smell of these kids is easier to track than the ugly goblin men on warthogs? What have these kids been eating? Wait, so Midna sees that a bridge is no longer here and automatically assumes it's been stolen? It's a bridge! Who the hell steals a bridge? Also, we're just gonna ignore the fact that we've jumped gaps bigger than this in the past. Like multiple times. Is that how we roll now? Shout out to the designers of this game for deciding that we should unlock fast travel before getting our horse. Cause that progression makes sense. Where could the bridge?
You know what? I did say earlier that most of the stuff in these videos aren't actual things wrong. That is an actual interesting point about Twilight Princess that is very weird. Oh yeah, wait, why am I not full screen? Apologies. You guys need the full Twilight Princess Part 2 parody experience.
It's alright, guys. 4 years of college and drunk Jenga, baby.
I just really wanted you guys to... Oh, it's recommending my own videos. Lovely.
Perfect candidate for this job. I'm slowly learning that apparently wolves see the world through crappy Instagram filters. Alright, so any timeline-obsessed nerds want to explain to me how Twilight Princess's version of Kakariko Village is in a freaking canyon instead of, you know, the same kind of location as Ocarina of Time? And don't give me any crap about the Hidden Village being the actual Kakariko, because this one's the only village near a volcano. You just gonna move around a volcano? Gather my life.
Breath of the Wild says, yes, we will. We will move that volcano, Josh. Fuck you.
Oh, hero, but not as much as the original version. That's too much. That'd be really boring. Wow, I'm really impressed that the developers didn't make me go all the way back to Ordon to get a stolen ladder. Ordon. How the heck do you pronounce that? Alright, so this is a pretty cool scene. It's cute, it's emotional, and Colin believing in Link so much is one of my favorite things in the entire Zelda franchise. But we really gotta ask the important questions here. Like, is that Waluigi? This dude's Waluigi! Yeesh, even people's houses have complicated puzzles to unlock doors in this game. Hashtag eyebrow goals. Man, the last time I encountered this many bugs, I was playing a 3D Sonic game. And now, for an accurate recreation of what happens when my mom finds a spider.
Not salty about 3D Sonic at all.
Ghostly Goron titties! Wow, Nintendo, you think you can just rip off Rock Band and nobody would notice? That's Guitar Hero's job. Also, that's 100%, 120.
Were they still making Guitar Heroes and Rock Bands when this came out? feel like that was even a dated joke in 2016.
20% Tails the Fox. You ripped that one off too. I am the spirit of slow-moving text. I have literally seen kindergarten papier-mâché sculptures that look more like volcanoes than this version of Death Mountain. Aw, man.
It is a it's not a thing wrong. I actually think it's really cool how fucked up Death Mountain looks in this. But it is a very interesting choice, where it's just like a splurge of textures and everything.
Aw, man. The guy with the nipples is a racist. And thus, Link broke every bone in his body, creating another timeline in the Hyrule Historia where the hero wound up in a body cast. Ah! Jeez, man. You can't just wait there right outside the loading screen. Gonna scare the poop out of someone. Oh, yay, it's my horse! Finally, we have a Zelda game that's ready to deliver on the promise of intense horseback riding action in a fully realized Hyrule. A chance for me to... Oh, come on! I swear to God, these shorts are more revealing than if he was actually naked. So, can we go back to the Ocarina of Time style character than if he was actually
I was pausing.
naked?
That is a lot of thigh. I'm even just like, damn, that's a lot of thigh. And I made a joke about it years ago.
He was actually naked. So, can we go back to the Ocarina of Time style carrots? I just want to be nice to the horsey. This game loves backtracking more than I love drinking Drano and bleach. Together. It's a delicious cocktail that reminds me of this game. Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. He's a skeleton with one glowing eye. Oh. Okay, teach me about the shields. That thing that every other Zelda game just, automatically had. Good. So, this guy's daughter got shot, I got mugged and turned into my fursona, and every other kid in the village is currently chilling with some dude with a wicked eyebrow piercing, and all the mayor wants to know about is where I got my new clothes?
Hot Topic. They come from Hot Topic.
Oh man, I didn't sign up for Where the
fuck did I find this image? Is this what you find if you look up emo Link or? This is a Gary's Mod screenshot. I hate that I could tell that just from what the just from the background that this is definitely like Source Engine Gary's Mod. I wonder what I Googled specifically to find this. Hey, Nightfire. Looks like an album cover. Oh my God. I've been spending like a couple weeks trying to figure out what my album is gonna have for its cover and artwork. I could just write Josh Busker album name right here. That works, right? That'll fit. They come from Hot Topic.
Oh man, I didn't sign up for this. Quick, children, hide your eyes. Oh, that's better. Hashtag pectoral goals. What is this?
I forgot that bit. That's a good bit. Censoring his nipples with another hymn? Might not be great for copyright. Psh! Then Nintendo has to say, no, that's our emo Zelda. And then they're saying the Twilight Princess is the emo Zelda. Or emo Link. I don't know.
Oh, that's better. Hashtag pectoral goals. What is this?
Link actually, you're goddamn Link. I need to hit the gym more frequently. I need to get up to this point.
Teaching you things by making you do the tutorial twice. All right, I've taught you how to properly sumo wrestle. Now here's the item that you'll use to cheat and always win instead. Hey guys, I just wrestled naked with the mayor. Guys? Why are you running away? I'm not still naked. Oh. That's a problem. Hakuna Matata, you son of a bitch. Hakuna Matata. All right, now for a...
See, it's jokes like that that make it really funny whenever I get comments like, some of these weren't actually things wrong. And it's like, are you sure? I wasn't... That part where I just kind of scatted along to Hakuna Matata, that felt like a genuine criticism. I don't know what you're talking about.
list of things that are safe. Number 1... Not this! Ah, crap. This is legitimately one of my favorite moments in all of Zelda, and I need to think of something wrong with it? This kid's eyes are too blue. Damn cute loser. So these children have been here a grand total of half...
Legit, though. Like, I will say this. All the Link and Colin stuff is my favorite, might be some of my favorite stuff in Twilight Princess. It's just very well done. I think that's why the Ilia just constantly having amnesia and they keep extending that plot in the back half of the game. I think that's why that bugs me a bunch, is just because all this, like, opening stuff is just so good with, like, Colin, like, learning to be brave because of Link and, like, really standing up for his friends, and then just Link and Ilia are really cute. I love it. I love it.
Half a day, and the tiny ones already dominated the local economy. Damn capitalism. 200 rupees? What?
April 12th, 2016. I was making the capitalism jokes. Take that, Hassan Piker. Take that. I'm a hipster your ass on anti-capitalism.
They're only 80 in Ocarina of Time. Damn this timeline exchange rate. All right, the moment has come to finally make the trek up Death Mountain and see what these boots can do. Oh, I'm gonna like this.
Don't copyright claim me, slowed down Sonic X theme.
Well, it sure beats flying with Delta. All right, if the Gorons appear in Zelda U, can we please have some of them look different from one another?
Zelda U? Oh no! That makes me feel old. Zelda U. Ooh. I forgot about that. I feel old when it's like, oh, Breath of the Wild, when the sequel to Breath of the Wild is now in development. Zelda U. Not even Zelda NX. Zelda U. Ooh. Remember when Breath of the Wild didn't even have a title? That was a fun time. Yeah, like we would have I think we just had gotten that one E3 trailer where Link had like really long hair and like aims an arrow at the one guardian. And that was all we knew about it. That was everything. Damn.
I mean, I'd take any design other than all these boring-looking look-alike guys. You know that thing I just said? I take it back. Just a reminder that literally the only guys you sumo wrestle with in this game are old men with saggy titties. Let me just cover those up for you. It's the eye of the Goron, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of the nipples. And the last lone survivor is the green dude named Link, and he's watching us all with the eye of the Goron. So I did all of this.
Great falsetto, Josh. Just A+. That's the clip I'll be submitting to radio stations to promote the album. Nothing from the actual album. That's what we need. Hit those notes.
To earn the right to solve your guys' problems for you? Shouldn't I be getting paid for this crap? Insert generic comment asking how come the iron boots don't weigh anything when they're in Link's pocket. Insert that here. All right, let's get down one.
All right, I just called out someone in my chat for, you know, being racist towards white Nintendo YouTubers, obviously. But I do need to say, there was a little bit of PBG in my voice for that one.
Once again, to the important questions. You got 3 Goron elders. Marry, bang, or kill. Leave your answers in the comments below. Has anyone else noticed how weird it is that the Dongos are like the only character design in this game that got less dark and intimidating from what they look like in Ocarina of Time? They look like friggin' Gex. I am Spider-Man. Man, that's the wrong song. Oh, look, it's Channing Tatum. Okay, let me just open up my Zelda lore book, the Hyrule Historia.
I don't... Was Channing Tatum the go-to buff guy to reference in 2016? I don't quite get that one.
Channing Tatum. Okay, let me just open up my Zelda lore book, the Hyrule Historia. Okay. What the f does a bow and arrow have to do with Gorons? Why is that their secret treasure? Rocky Sausage Fingers probably can't even work a dang bow. Also, congrats on making the slingshot useless. We're not even 2 dungeons into the game yet. Good job. Oh, for the love of... Okay, I have several questions.
I like the censoring with the spread leg mare thing. I completely forgotten that bit, but that's, I like that.
Why, and also sometimes, why is there water in the fire dungeon? Wait your turn, damn it. All right, time to see what crazy monster the Gorons have locked up in here. Oh man, that guy looks intimidating. Oh my god, it's like the Balrog from Lord of the Rings. This is gonna be so awesome! You trip him. That's all you do. Pull on the guy's f***ing shoelaces. Also,
some of the screams I've been making, I'm just thinking back, like, I wonder how my roommates appreciated this at the time. Because during the making of this episode was, I think, it was the year where I knew my roommates the least amount. They knew I did YouTube, but just a lot of these screams, I'm like thinking back, like, I wonder what Chris and Kyle were thinking.
So, his name is Fyrus. F***ing Fyrus! Guys, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I don't have a final joke for you today. I just, that's it. That's the video. I mean, I'd like to be funny for you guys, but I'm just so distracted. I'm just so overwhelmed because I think I did it. I finally found the ultimate Goron titties. Hey there, do you guys like books? Audio books? They're...
I wonder what brand I'm about to advertise for. The Raid Shadow Legends audiobook. Honestly, good on me though for getting 2 sponsored videos back to back. Oh no, did I recommend Harry Potter? Wait,
Kinda like video games.
Listen to how badly this is aged. Shit.
Actually, they're not, but they're still cool. This episode of 64 Things Wrong is brought to you by Audible.com, an absolutely fantastic website that gives you access to the world's biggest library of audiobooks. And if you go to Audible...
Wait a minute, does this still work? Oh my god, that link still works if anyone does want an Audible. I won't get any benefit from it. But yeah, it's offering me the 30-day free trial. Okay.
.com/RFC, you'll be able to try out their service in a free 30-day trial and download any audiobook of your choice for free. And even if you don't continue your subscription, you get to keep that book on me. If I had to recommend something, well, Harry Potter. Any of them. All 7 of them. Or, you know, just the first one. It's a real good book. So go to audible.com/RFC and check out some sweet audiobooks. Right in your...
Oh yeah, no, we were years off from J.K. Rowling going full mask off with stuff. But I was just like, how badly is this going to have aged? Am I going to say something like, Harry Potter is the best series ever that nothing bad could ever tarnish the reputation of? Not quite. But okay, that's very funny that the audible thing still works. I wish it was one of those ones where I still got paid for some of them. The only jokes to JK at the time are the weird retcons. God, wasn't that a lovely time when that was the only worst thing about Harry Potter, was just weird shit about wizards shitting on the floor. What Audible book would you rec now if you were doing this video? I probably something Stephen King. I've been a huge Stephen King fan for years, but that would probably be my go-to to like recommend now. But yeah, part 3. Is this the... I don't know if it's this one or the next one that is the, Oh, I think it's the one after this that has my Green Day parody. It is time for Lakebed Temple. The time has come. Hey, hello everyone. So just before we dive into the sarcastic parody of nitpicking YouTube videos you all know and love, I'd just like to point out that I have taken the liberty of banning the phrase, the Lakebed Temple wasn't that bad, from the comments section. So, don't even try it. I mean, I'm all for having opinions, unless they're wrong. Like this one is. Enjoy the show! All right, I'm going to go take a pee while you guys get this out of your system. I'll be right back in like 1 minute. Just let it out. Let it all out. Get it out. All right, what did I miss in the comment section? What did I oh. Huh. That's interesting. I'm not seeing anything because I banned that phrase. I just simply choose not to read that. The leaky water mattress bed house wasn't that bad. Oh, dear. You can't... Don't give me money to bypass my filters. Actually, wait a sec. Okay. Actually... Thank you very much for the 1,000 biddies, Hell Talk. That's a lot of biddies. Thank you very much. That is super appreciated. It was like 12 when these videos came out, and now I'm 19. This is legit nostalgia for me. Oh, I'm very touched, another pooper. That is I say this every time someone says they're like, oh, I grew up on these videos, but it's legit my favorite thing about all of 64 Things Wrong is just how many people like watch these in like middle school, elementary school, high school, or whatever, and like, yeah, because I super remember all the like video game parodies and flash animations that I like used to watch when I was that age, and so the fact that I am that to like a whole bunch of people is just, that's always been my favorite thing. Just love that I was able to entertain people. But yeah, so the lake bed temple wasn't that bad. This was, I don't actually dislike the lake bed temple that much, but because I had to make fun of it after making fun of the water temple and the Great Bay temple, I wanted to head this off at the pass. But I think this actually, let me take a look at my YouTube stats. I want to see if this has like a crazy amount of comments compared to other episodes. Just let me check. Where are you at, Twilight Princess? There's part 4. God damn. Yep. Okay. So there is 1,606 comments on this video. To get to that to get past that amount of comments, the Undertale episode of Really Freaking Clever, which has like a whole, I think that's the most viewed Really Freaking Clever episode because Total Biscuit shared it on Twitter at one point. That has 1,619 comments. And 64 Things Wrong with Smash Bros. Has like 2,400 comments. And those are the only other ones on this like page, my analytics, that have near that amount of comments. And Smash Bros. Is one of my most viewed videos, so. Damn. Ah, no, don't engage with me. I'm glad you picked up on that, Emmy, because yes, that definitely did. That definitely was kind of part of the joke. Was like, no, don't leave something in the comments section. Don't give me a whole lot of engagement that helps the YouTube channel grow. Don't do that. How could you? Oh, wow. Oh, no. Sentimental comments. You're gonna give me feels. Oh, all the love, Nightfire. And thank you, Sorio. Yeah, that's something that I always like wanted to have in the show, was that like I love these games, and that's like the ending of Ocarina of Time where I get like sappy and I'm just like, this is one of my favorite games ever, and like the last thing wrong is that this show, or that this series, has to end. Like, I'm legit with that stuff. I'm really glad the love can like peek through. Watching these in the Wii U's web browser. Damn. 15 when this video came out, and now I'm 23. Oh, yeah, I would have been, wait, this is 2016. I would have been like 21, I think. Wait, shit, I'm not mathing right. Yeah, I would have been 21 because I'd turned 22 at the end of 2016 is how that would work. But yeah, okay, let's get into the lake bed temple. I mean, I'm all for having opinions, unless they're wrong. Like this one is. Enjoy the show!
Welcome back to Twilight Princess, the game that manages to blend the perfect cocktail of, oh yay, I've got a new area to explore, with, oh crap, I've got to be the stupid freaking wolf again. Would you like to forget about those
wolf
dumb
blasphemy.
kids and smell a hot babe instead? Yes please. You know, if Nintendo was as hashtag branding on fleek as I was, they'd be promoting a Scentivilia perfume line right about now. The main ingredients are tears of a damsel in distress and convenient for the plot amnesia. A billion hours later, we get our first hints that a Legend of Zelda game may once again start including Zelda. I mean, I know we all got turned into ghosts, but wouldn't it be way more helpful to just chat about completely unrelated exposition for a while? Forget Ilya, I got a new bae now! Well, thank God we can still do tequila shots while the world literally descends into darkness around us. Which, I guess is what usually happens when you do tequila shots anyway, so, oh my God. Look at how nice her eyebrows are! Damn you, convenient line of citizens preventing me from being able to defeat the—
Forgot this is where the Telma jokes start. Telma, our queen. Yeah, on fleek is like I am saying it ironically, but like no one even uses it ironically anymore. It's like in the ether now. So that's like very aged. Would Josh still make those jokes? I'd still make, well, there's two reasons I'd still make the Telma jokes. One, the Zelda fan base is way hornier than me by default now. So I'm a tame person compared to the rest of the Zelda fan base. Friggin' Sidon, Ganon, Daddy, Pura fan art with Tears of the Kingdom. The Zoomers have surpassed me in that area. So I wouldn't feel like I'm like stretching any boundaries. But also, I think overall, the Telma jokes are respectful. I'm respectfully ogling her bosom. Yeah.
evil of this land far earlier than the game designers intended. This game gives me—
Why is everyone bleeping? Wait. Like in the... Like I'm getting bleeped in the episode, or people in chat are having swears like censored out? Is that a thing? I'm sorry, you're saying you aren't calling Tears of the Kingdom Gandorf daddy? No. Let me be very clear. Tears of the Kingdom is... The daddy is daddy. But... The Zoomers on Twitter have taken things to a whole nother level. Wait, can you have, like... Can chat be bleeped? There might be a setting, or... There must be a Twitch chat setting for that. Cause yeah, I'm not seeing anything get bleeped. Yeah, it might be a weird thing where like your, I don't know, your cookies got reset for your default not having that on. Just test out swears till it works.
So many questions. Why does Hyrule have two identical massive stone bridges in it? Why do both of these bridges involve fire traps being sprung by angry moblins only a few hours of gameplay apart? How exactly does Link survive this fall? But the most important question of all, deep down, is... What the f***? Seriously, what the f***? Somehow, this game managed...
Unfortunately, I cannot get rid of those bleeps. Those are embedded into the MP4 of this video.
Just to dampen the coolness of new Goron and Zor...
Okay, excuse me. I told chat to swear. I did not say for chat to use... incredibly offensive slurs like poop face. I can't believe some of you in YouTube chat. My God. Have you no decency?
Zora designs by debuting both of them in the new...
What's next? Butthead? Butthead? I can say it. I'm a butthead, but you can't say it.
Crappy Instagram filtered wolf senses mode. Aw, this guy's gonna try and summon a little baby hawk to help fight me? That's cute. You're really trying, you dumb. Well, we're gonna need a bigger wolf. Man, I hate Flying Coach. Wow, real creative guys ripping off Skyward Sword like that. How dare you? This game just keeps throwing beautiful women in my path, trying to tempt me away from Ilya. But will I falter in my steadfast love? I mean, probably. Ilya has like no personality besides a good theme song. If there's a frozen Zelda area without a sliding block puzzle, is it
Josh's
really a
slut
frozen
phase.
Zelda area?
And
I'd make a joke here.
To clarify, I'm saying I'm the slut. I'm not saying I'm going after sluts. I am the slut in this situation.
Along the lines of, wow, this place is still icy from Ocarina of Time. But then the comments section would just be people freaking out that I don't know my Zelda lore. And if there's anything Joshua McDougall knows, it's motherfudgin' Zelda lore. You see this guy? He's actually a lesbian. Ah, so we need something.
Why was that the example? I mean, all the power to you, Tingle. Are we allowed to slut shame Josh? Little bit, as a treat.
Then hot, eh? I'm on it. Mr. Mayor! Mr. Mayor! I need you to take your shirt off and wrestle with me again! Alright, fine. We'll use the obscure molten rock from before. But don't think I'm ignoring the phallic symbolism going on here. Giant Goron dong. Oh hey, it's another one of the Zora spirits. Don't worry, lady. I'm gonna go kill some little bugs and everything will be back to normal in no time. Or she could actually be dead. Murdered in front of all of her people, including her son, who is now missing. And probably sick and dying. When did David Fincher start making Zelda games? We've repeated this stupid insect hunting mechanic so many times now.
That might be a record for my amount of rapid zooms.
I don't even know if I have any more unique jokes left in me. This part of the game really bugs me? Am I right? I will say though, the bugs in this segment are spread out further apart than my old upload schedule. And don't you dare make any jokes about my current uploading schedule. 2 videos a week, baby. 2 videos a
Shut the
week.
fuck up.
We're gonna need
Shut
a
the
bigger
fuck up,
wolf.
old
Damn
Josh.
it, I used that one already. These bugs are the bane of my creativity. All right, as far as reusing ideas from Ocarina of Time goes, the twisted retelling of the old Hyrule origin story is pretty cool. Then again, why would you scar me like this, Nintendo? Why? Wow, 3 Dark Links? That sounds like the Game Grump's worst nightmare. Seriously, Nintendo, what the f***? You're telling me it was
I like that they're shitting on the Game Grumps gameplay in a video in 2016. In my defense, there were some weeks that had 2 videos in them. Not consistently, but there were some weeks with 2 videos. I gotta Obi-Wan Kenobi this shit. From a certain point of view. You know.
easier to build literally the most technologically advanced weapon we have yet to see in a Zelda game by this point, rather than just building a ladder to get out of the river? If you can have cannons, why aren't we using that thing to retake Hyrule Castle? Aim a cannon at Zant. Boom, you're dead. Game over. Everyone have a picnic. How the HE double hockey sticks did a series that created Tingle manage to out-weird itself? How? Wait a minute. What the hell kind of doctor leaves the kid to die? What, his skin's blue? How much different could Azora's biology be? Then again, apparently severe head trauma can just be cured with love and time.
Was this the start of the 64 Things Wrong with Josh's upload schedule gags in the comments? Actually, this might be where it started becoming like a frequent thing to say 64 things, like the specific 64 things gag, but it's a chicken and the egg situation. What came first, my upload schedule or the jokes about my upload schedule? Did I make a video first, or has just the jokes always been there? It's very, very difficult to parse.
And you'll get all your memories back. So what the f do I know about medicine? Wow, Telma, this camera angle really shows off those big, juicy ears. I mean, look at those things. Hopefully she can't hear me staring at her boobs. Hey, remember when I said that at least they didn't bring back the stupid jousting bit with the Moblin King? Darn it. Never mind. I take it back. I'd rather fight that guy 1,000,000 times rather than...
You made the jokes about because people were complaining about it? Oh, no, I was kind of just being absurdist there because I was like, I was saying people were complaining about my upload schedule before I was even making videos. But no, it was me being self-deprecating, and I've said in the past that I regret that a little bit because if you make a self-deprecating joke as a YouTuber, you have unleashed that joke onto your audience to use whenever, and then they can use it whenever you might really not want people to be self-deprecating on you. So yeah, it was more just me, like, because I know that I would, because my whole thing, it's not just that that it's a long time between my episodes. Like, I didn't just pull like a JonTron or something. It would be a gap between episodes because usually I was working on like a play or like there's just a lot of stuff going on in school and everything. And then I'd have free time and I'd be able to put out like 4 episodes in like 2 weeks. And so it would look like I really had my shit together and like had like a very consistent upload schedule. And then there'd have to be another gap. But yeah, like the entirety of the time that I've done like 64 Things Wrong, it's always little batches of episodes. Of just like, oh, I got like 5 out like in this period, and then I was distracted by something else, and then I got like 3 more episodes out, and then da. Self-deprecating jokes only land with an audience that's comfortable deprecating you. Ooh, what's that a quote from? That's a good one. The upload schedule jokes start in 64 Things Wrong with Majora's Mask, and you mentioned that it took you so long to make a part 2 that Nintendo goes ahead and remakes the whole game. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, cool, Thea.
Try and defend this stupid carriage from bomb-dropping birds.
Oh, yeah, this minigame.
How does a bird even get a bomb? What? Oh, they gonna bang!
Link, thank you for taking our son back to the place where all the Zoras come to die. I really appreciate it.
Wait, why the f was your husband buried with human clothes? What? Why are they my size? Is this foreshadowing? Ocarina of Time already made it canon that all it takes to breathe underwater is the color blue. So, all this extra stuff on my costumes, just Nintendo's art team showing off, really. Riding on a horse with my flippers on, man, don't I look so stupid? And now, Link, I shall teach you the honorable
spoilers for the album
technique of stabbing people in the back. Finally, the time has come to face my fears. Sure, the Water Temple's one of the most inefficient dungeon designs ever, and yeah, Great Bay Temple somehow managed to be even more confusing. But there's no way that Nintendo would have the Lake Bed Temple also have some sort of awful mechanic that... Okay, if you're not gonna have the choo-choos be cute as hell, what's even the point of having the choo-choos? Alright.
Again with the scream where I'm like, what do my roommates think? What? How long did it take you to realize the Zora armor is a Zora tunic with Zora scale as male? I don't know if I've ever kind of put that together. If you could do it over again, would you do batch stuff again or use the free time to work up a buffer so you could do regular weekly, fortnightly, or whatever uploads? Maybe, but it also, like, the problem was like most of 64 Things Wrong was done like while I was doing my theater degree, and that would like, so on top, like, you had like your regularly scheduled classes and stuff, but getting involved in all the actual like theater productions and everything, it was so like just loosey-goosey on like when your time would get taken up, or like you would have all your time taken up by that stuff. And so it would have been really hard to like plan around, even if I was trying to like plan around it more. And I think just like the way I work is I get like really hyper focused on a batch of episodes, and then I take a break and like was able to would focus on a theater thing, and then I come back to it. I don't know if I would have been able to keep like the passion level up that I was if I tried like scheduling stuff too much. It was like, oh, okay, I always need like an episode out every 2 weeks. So might have been better for the channel overall if I'd done that, but I don't know if that would have been like as fun for me. Like I always liked the rush of like finishing an episode and like, okay, now I get to upload it and like assign all the stuff and then like get it out for people to see it. Yeah, and any of the times that I would have to like wait a few days from finishing a video to making it public because there was a delay with like an ad read or something like that, that always drove me crazy. Like knowing that I had an episode done and people couldn't see it yet, that always gave me like the jitters. Serious thoughts on the Lakebed Temple? I think it's pretty good. I think it's one of the better water themed dungeons in Zelda.
For once, I'm gonna overlook the chicken titties on this guy and just ask, how the heck did you get down here? We're literally at the bottom of a lake. You're a deformed turkey. What the frick? Man, now I want to go back to Splash Mountain. Get a picture taken. Hey Todd, how's it going? In Ocarina of Time, you had to look up at the ceiling to start a fight with a giant spider. In Twilight Princess, you have to look up at the ceiling to, what the heck's the frog doing up there? I'm not touching that. I don't care if it's literally the Triforce inside. There is no way you're getting me to go anywhere near that chest. Da-da-da-da! You got the renamed hookshot. It's literally the exact same as the old one, except you can do this. Ta-da! Oh, for f***'s sake, do we really need to... Wait a minute. If I'm counting right... We did it! We passed the previous record of bleeped curse words on this show. Thank you, stupid water temples. Thank you, needlessly overcomplicated backtracking to change different parts of the dungeon. Thank you so much. You know, if Link just invested in a proper lockpicking kit with all the spare cash he finds...
I like how I keep the Donkey Kong Country 3 bonus music going. Usually I was pretty strict with like always having like just music from the game or stuff like that. But I really like that bonus theme, and it doesn't get used near as much as the other bonus themes.
Lying around, Hyrule would get saved a hell of a lot faster. I appreciate the cute throwback to fighting Morpha from Ocarina of Time before revealing a completely new boss, but I don't appreciate the PTSD caused by fighting Morpha from Ocarina of Time! As I said, I'm no mess.
Julian, thank you very much for continuing your membership for 11 months over on YouTube. Man, everyone's going to be hitting their 1 year mark over on YouTube pretty soon. Thank you very much, Julian. That is super appreciated, and thank you very much for supporting the show.
Medical expert, but something tells me that stabbing something in the eye is kind of a one-time thing. Poke, you're dead! Congratulations to this giant eel thing for continuing the grand Zelda tradition of bosses accidentally killing themselves after they've been hurt long enough. Alright, 3 dungeons down, now it's time to defeat that stupid, smelly, badly dressed, socially repulsive... Oh! Hi! This is awkward. No, don't turn this place back into Twilight! Please, you can have Hyrule, you can have the princess, just please don't make me have to play as the frickin' wolf again!
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Zant, dude, you gotta lay off the nachos. Your lips are getting all cut up and everything. Oh, come on, Laneru, you can't just turn off your frickin' giant glowy ball thing? You're just gonna fry the only girl that could potentially save this world? Stupid sneaky snake. Oh god, they press Control-I in Microsoft Paint! Will Josh be able to get to Hyrule Castle in time to save Midna? And will Telma's plump, succulent personality be enough to start a rebellion? Find out next time on 64 Things Wrong with Twilight Princess. Also, the hottest version of Ganondorf shows up, so, I'd bang him. Hey there, if you enjoyed...
I was still like 5 years off from actually getting a label on my sexuality, maybe. Maybe. But yeah, also, it's kind of usurped with the Tears of the Kingdom. Just a little bit. Oh man, glasses, Josh. In the
this video, why not
Smash
hit the
Bros.
like button?
Melee video. Interesting. Do you even have a label? Buy is probably the closest, but it's a whole thing. Oh my god! Virch. You're updating the thing before I even get a chance to. How dare you? Sexualizing Ganon since 2016. Oh, there's gotta be earlier jokes than that. I had to have had something at least a little bit in Ocarina of Time. All right, that is 3 episodes into Twilight Princess. How's everyone doing so far? We got 4 left. I'm really bad at remembering how many episodes are in most of these series. Oh yeah, I hope this stream doesn't get... Wait. Do I use a karaoke track for that opening joke, or how does this work? I don't know where Percy's at. Someone just said they're petting their cat. I was wondering where my cat is. Actually. He might be in my room. Oh, I'm glad, Mini Moon. Yeah, I enjoy doing the kind of behind the scenes throwback streams. I saw there's a Breath of the Wild crowd control. That's they have the crowd control version 2.0 is in beta, which means you can also do crowd control on YouTube and everything. So I would like to check that out at some point. I think that'd be a good Saturday stream. At some point, would be doing another crowd control. Ooh, Spyro might be a good... I don't remember a lot of the Spyro episodes. That'd be a good one-off to watch. But yeah, we'll figure out the one-offs when we... once we finish Twilight Princess. We got 4 episodes to go. Two 2.0 does not have an extension on Twitch yet. How even does that work exactly? I don't even know how 2.0 works because I don't know how you do crowd control on YouTube.
I walk this and
Imagine how long Twilight Princess would have been if Josh didn't do 2 dungeons per episode towards the end. Yeah, that'd be an extra long episode. What's a crowd control? It's a program that we've done it a few times, like years ago, but it lets people basically donate bits or anything to directly impact the game I'm playing, like spawning extra enemies or like power-ups or just doing a whole lot of weird stuff. On a stream the other day, you had to have a separate window open? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to research into how that actually works, but it is something I'd be interested in trying. Can't remember what game you did crowd control for. I think it was a lot of Mario 64 and like 2D Marios was like the main thing they kind of had at the time. Now they have a whole lot of games covered by it. So yeah, that'd be something interesting I'd like to try out again. But okay. Yes, so I think this is like I'm not actually playing guitar or anything here. I didn't learn how to play guitar until 2021. So Yeah, this is all like a karaoke track, just made to sound super, I don't think there is a crowd control for Majora's Mask. But yeah, it's all just a karaoke track, and then I like put a filter over it so I wouldn't get claimed by copyright, and it would sound all radio-y. You do a great Boulevard Broken Dreams cover if you did a more seriously higher audio quality. I actually probably could play that on guitar now. Maybe I'll do an acoustic set of that at some point.
I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one and I walk alone.
What? This part's really sad. Good job.
Welcome back to Twilight Princess, the game where this cat, by helping you enter the secret passageway to the castle, technically winds up saving all of Hyrule. Good kitty. Even on the brink of death, we still got time to complete an overly simple block puzzle. Then again, we can always make time for more Goron titties. Hey, what's a bunch of JRPG party members doing down there?
That joke's aged very well. Wait, someone went through and... Someone went through and gave chapters for all this video. That's cool. Who has better boobs, Gorons or Telma? I feel like they'd be on the same tier in a tier list, up in that A+. Do you have a favorite cold open to a 64 Things Wrong? There's probably a few of them. I really like just the sheer stupidity of just Mario. It was the Mario 64 one where he's just on the snowy peak. I really have the like icy wind sound effect playing, and I'm like, get it? Is a cold open.
Man, between the Goron, Telma, and this guy, this place is just filled with interesting breasts. They seriously went through the effort of naming the cat stuck on Gold Dude's head. You couldn't have put that creative manpower towards anything else? Anything? Wow, you want me to bust ghosts for you? We talking 1980s style, or should we piss off AVGN fans with the reboot? How am I just now realizing that the dog can backflip?
Wait, was this still 2016? Yep, still 2016. Oh, we were deep in the Ghostbusters discourse then. God.
They seriously managed to make Hyrule Castle even less colorful than when it was trapped in a world of eternal shadow. Yikes. I wonder if the guy playing all this sad music is getting hand cramps yet. Seriously, this Midna dying part lasts forever. Hey, nope. You keep that away from me. I've seen what Triforce Voodoo can do. I don't want to be a giant pig monster. Wait, you're only now realizing we should probably go get the Master Sword? Then again, it sounds like getting that blade would be really freaking clever. I can't believe I've stooped this low. Oh snap, Midna reached level 16? She's evolving! Damn it, you killed the girl the entire series is named after. We can't just start calling it The Legend of Blank. You know, not to kink shame, but what is with Zelda villains and locking things up in giant crystals? Oh no, not you again. Nope, not you either. I did a whole frickin' series dealing with your shenanigans. I am done. No more Skull Kid. Why would anyone build a spinning wind bridge? Why not just build a normal bridge? If I have to do one more frickin' SingStar section. So when asking themselves how to recreate the great sense of mystery and confusion made by the Lost Woods in Ocarina of Time, the dev team decided hide and seek. Great. If I never have to hear that stupid horn again, it'll be too soon. Alright, I'll admit it, that was pretty annoying. But there can't possibly be anything more time-consuming and frustrating. I mean, are you Kidding me? How does this stupid logic minigame, which wouldn't be out of place in a Grandma's Best PC Puzzle Games collection, determine if you're worthy of the Master Sword? More like worthy of looking up the answer to this crap on GameFAQs.
I'm having second thoughts about Twilight Princess Randomizer. I just realized this will probably be in it. I hope this is a setting you can... You know how we have easy fishing in the Ocarina of Time one? I hope there's easy whatever the fuck these dudes are.
Also, these guys have Sheikah writing penises. Just thought I'd point that out. So, how is a wolf gonna pick up the Master Sword? Blade of Evil's Bane kinda requires opposable thumbs. Pure Twilight Evil, now available in pill form. But most importantly, no more frickin' Shadowbug sections! Different from your magic? I wonder whose it could be. Mirror of Twilight? Really? Oh, well, I guess that was a nice 5 seconds of not having a MacGuffin to chase. Hey there, Telma! Last time you kicked me out of the bar and nearly got my friend killed, but I guess I can forgive you on account of those stunning, amazing friends you have that could help me. Wow, we're starting a revolution? Just like Les Mis! Quick, everyone sing with British accents even though we're supposed to be French. So, can someone explain to me how this guy's facial hair works? Ooh, mentions a capital punishment. I'm sure Zelda fans have had lots of lively discussions over that one. Man, this guy's got good vision. Able to read a spinning piece of paper and he's not even squinting. Not even a little bit. Time to take the wacky circus cannon to a place of eternal death and despair. Is this supposed to be a twist?
Good laugh, Josh.
Or like, new information? I thought it was made pretty clear what was going on with that whole Dark Link cutscene a while back. Great evil powers, who could they be talking about? Alright, you know what? I take back everything negative I've ever said about this game. It lets you ride a piggy. 10 out of 10. Wait, they eat the piggies? Never mind. 0 out of 10. And there's a piece of heart inside them. They had a piece of heart right there. What? Negative 1,000,000 out of 10, Nintendo. You can't do that. Oh, good. Shrek's back. Somebody once told me that would happen. What do you mean I can't take Kevin Bacon into the temple with me? And yes, her name is Kevin Bacon. Yeesh, maybe the Game Grumps playing an entire Zelda game with the hover boots on wasn't such a bad idea after all. What, we're only baby?
Ooh, I need to, let me boost the lighting here. Just, sorry, there's a bit too much shade happening right there.
Be sentenced to death in here? Why all the short skeleton? Now, why would I ever buy lantern oil when I can just go into this quicksand and ghost-filled death palace and get some for free? Wee you, Forest Temple ripoff alert. If they're gonna do that, I hope they at least made the ghosts just as fun and colorful and...
I think I just peed a little.
Insert obligatory chicken titties joke here. Okay, if I start being majorly creeped out by every enemy design in this dungeon, it's gonna get old fast. But seriously,
this is such a good mini
fuck?
boss.
Oh. We got the no. Put a trigger
want to
warning
replay
on
Twilight
that thing
Princess.
before I get flashbacks to my Beyblade AMV days. My shadow's the only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes This is so much fun. Let her rip. Well, that looks promising. And not at all horrifying. Yeesh, leaving me to fight one of his minions and just assuming I'll die? Where does Zant learn how to be a villain? 80s bad guy tips for dummies? Man, I guess this item is pretty awesome after all. For the 5 minutes you get to use it.
I did not make Beyblade AMVs, I made Supernatural AMVs. But Beyblade worked for the joke.
That's what you get for having bones, stupid. And suddenly the sages are here. And just like everything else in this game, they look around 300 times more terrifying than they really should be. Who the hell is this he you keep talking about? I just don't... Oh no. Oh no, he's hot in this one. Wait, you stabbed Ganondorf in the stomach? That's like the most inhumane execution method ever. No wonder he tried to break free. And then they just shipped him off to the Twilight Realm. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of discussion to be had about the socio-political ramifications of this, about letting another group of people take care of our problems for us, or even the philosophical moral quandary posed by Ganondorf's execution at the hands of the sages because of Link and Zelda's meddling with timelines in one of the previous games. But at the end of the day, those are all just debates, and I think we can all agree on one very simple thing. Holy crap, Ganon's back and he's in daddy mode!
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once?
Hey there, if you enjoyed this video, why not hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and check out all...
Wanna come say hi to everyone? No, don't run away. Percy. Percy. Come here.
A very musical episode. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna grab Percy. Percy's gonna have a little cameo.
Did you hear all the Green Day? And you were like, ooh, where are you going? Percy. Come here. Come here.
He tried to run, but he could not escape.
What you doing? What you doing? What? Percy? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's this? There you go. Nuzzle the microphone. Say hello to everyone. What are you doing?
What a cat. What a cat. I can still see your messages, Virch. Think that was the first time you called Gandorf daddy? I think so. Yeah, it was Twilight Princess that that bit definitely started. What a bub. What a bubbert flubbert. All right. Are we ready? Oh. So now, remember how I said there was 2 episodes of Twilight Princess that were just craziness to actually get made. The next episode, Part 5.
Wow, an underage girl character.
That's an awful spot to pause that. But okay, Part 5 of Twilight Princess. Who even sponsors this at the end? Oh! Okay. So this episode, this was one of my biggest brand deals that I had yet up until this point. It was with Soylent, like the Soylent drinks or whatever. Get your soy jokes out of your system. They are legally not allowed to be sold or advertised in Canada anymore. I think I did this like a year before Canada actually banned them. But Soylent Drinks actually paid me a decent amount to make an ad for them that they wanted to run on a few videos. And so the initial ad that I made for them got rejected for having too many risque jokes in it. I very heavily implied that Soylent made me better at sex in the ad, was basically what happened. I don't think I still have it anywhere. I don't even know if I could show it if I had it. But they rejected the first ad. They're like, we need you to edit this down. Go for a different angle. And so I did that. And then, I did that and I edited it down. I was like, okay, we'll do it for a video next week then. And they were like, oh, and there was like a bonus amount of money that was available for it. And they're like, to give you the bonus, we really need this video to go out in the next couple days. It was whatever episode was before this one. So I don't even know what it would have actually. Can I check? Whatever episode was before this one was the one that was supposed to have the ad. And then because they rejected the Too Risque one, I just put that episode up without a sponsor on it. But then they got back to me and they're like, if you can the tone down one's fine, but we need it to go up on a video within the next couple days. Yes, okay, yeah. 64 Things Wrong with Sonic the Hedgehog. I can show this. That's fine. 64 Things Wrong with Sonic the Hedgehog came out on the 13th of August. And this one came out on the 18th of August. So I put Sonic up without a sponsor. Or with a different sponsor, maybe. I forget how it worked. But I didn't do the Soylent one for that. But then they were like, no, we'd really like this to be out if you want to get the bonus income. And so I was like, shit, I need to get it. I need to submit an episode to them by tomorrow for the timing to work for everything. So basically, this entire episode of 64 Things Wrong with Twilight Princess was done in a 24-hour period. I pulled the longest all-nighter of my life getting this one done. And I think this episode's got a little bit of extra chaotic energy because of that. But yeah, this was pedal to the metal to get this done, and it worked out. I got paid for it. I think the episode was really good, but would never want to do that again for a video. You have not missed Mario Galaxy. The only Mario series we did was Mario 64 so far, Haley. How much was the bonus? I don't know how much the bonus was specifically. I think altogether for the Soylent thing, I got paid like $2,500. I think that was US instead of Canadian. So that was like extra good for me. Crunch does apply to some comedy videos. Why was it banned? The initial ad? The initial ad, it was because I implied that Soylent, it had improved my sex life. Because we'll watch the actual ad at the end of it, but the entire thing of it is like, the premise of the ad is as if it's like a late night, basically like Viagra commercial, is like, oh, the actual product, it's because Soylent is like it's like the drink or whatever that they say gives you enough calories and can like replace meals, and they didn't like that in Canada. I think America doesn't have a problem with advertising it as like a meal supplement thing, but it like, I think they like classified it as like, this is like a diet like tool thing in Canada, and they were like, you have to do certain things to like be able to do that, and they were like, no. It's because it is sucralose, doesn't want meal supplements to have a sweetener or something. Yeah, it was like something where it was against like what Canadian rules or Canadian law like allowed for that sort of thing. Monetization is off for Naruto. Yes, it is. That was because that entire video was sponsored. Like, it wasn't like a sponsored thing at the end of the video. Like, the entire coverage of that game is sponsored. One of the stipulations was that I couldn't monetize the actual episode, which is fine because I didn't. Oh, I got 25,000 views on it, so I guess that's very good. But it was a shorter video, so I wouldn't have made that much money on it. And the Naruto one is still the highest paying brand deal I ever did. So no complaints there. Yeah, so now about Agatha. Let's start this episode.
Wow, an underage girl character with a quirky personality? I bet there's not a single porn of you on the internet. Ugh. Not a single porn.
Ugh. I mean, it's true, but ugh. I wouldn't have actually called her under, or I wouldn't have focused on that aspect if I made this video today.
Welcome back to Twilight Princess, the game with an overworld so boring you'll be begging for a grown man in short shorts to show up just for a change of pace. You know, with half of my inbox here being advertisements from the bomb shop, I've gotta be on a million different FBI watch lists. What? They won't let me use the spinner in Castle Town? What is the point of a giant rideable Beyblade if you can't use it to harass the elderly? Ah, Telma, it's so nice to see your lovely, inviting, and tantalizing supply of alcohol. Wait, you want me to go all the way up a mountain? All right, but only if you can promise me that there won't be a whole lot of backtracking after I get there. Promise? Who am I kidding? It's frickin' Twilight Princess. Out of the way, rejected Final Fantasy characters. I've got a world to save. Alright, so if the Game Grumps were known for never taking off the hover boots, I wonder if I can become infamous by never switching back from the underwater bombs. So, are you guys just gonna sit here and guard an empty chair? I mean, it's not like there's a war going on against Zant, King of Twilight, and all that jazz that you could potentially be helping out with. I know that might be a bit more important than your freaking chair. Hey,
wait, why am I not full screen?
Previous
Sorry.
Zelda games had their worlds feeling interconnected and not just abruptly changing climate. Whatever happened to that? Snowhead, Snow Peak. What's the next Zelda game's ice temple gonna be called? Snow Cold? Snow? Knowing Nintendo's current localization team, they'll probably wind up settling for Snow Meme. Oh my god, that mask is hideous! Take it off! Take it off!
What was I referencing with that? There was some specific Nintendo game that like added meme stuff into its translation. It's like a 3DS game or something. I don't even know what that's referencing. Oh, is it Triforce Heroes? One of those ones where I know what I'm referring to, but not like super specifically.
Oh my god, that eyeshadow is hideous! Put it back on! Put it back on! Wow, an emo girl that thinks she can draw. Never heard of that one before. Hooray!
Holy shit. Destroying a decent chunk of the internet. Damn. No strays.
Get to backtrack to Kakariko Village.
Rude.
Oh,
indeed.
well, I guess this would be a good time to stock up on some supplies, maybe fight some monsters, go on an adventure, maybe even do some fishing. You gotta go fishing. I fell for a hook, line, and sinker. Okay, so I skipped over it for the sake of that jump cut joke, but is there seriously no way to...
Jish, what were you thinking with this episode? I mean, it's still mostly pretty funny, but I think I was thinking... I want that Soylent, Soylent money. That was the one, not the Naruto.
Make time go faster in this game?
This is all done in 24 hours, baby.
I mean, I looked it up on GameFAQs, the most prestigious gaming website of them all, and all they could tell me was to exit the city in the sky and it'll automatically be day. That's the third last dungeon. In a game with a day and night cycle, you want me to go to the third last dungeon as the only way to affect time?
Soylent Green.
What? Hey there, Zora Kid. I know you're currently extremely depressed about the death of your entire family, but could you give me some fishing tips? I swear, it's what all of the hottest grief counselors are recommending these days. Wait, your mom showed you the images I sent her? Oh man, those nudes were from such an unflattering angle. Shout out to arbitrary plot reasons that don't let me just transform wherever the heck I want. Seriously, who cares if people know I can turn into a wolf? I'm already wearing the clothes of a dead hero of legend and have an entire army's worth of weapons on me. I think we're past the point of subtlety. All right, time to come up with some genius fishing jokes and, crap, I switched it to the gamepad by accident. Guess we'll have to improvise.
Oh, it's a windy and sunny day.
Oh, we're not even keeping the fish? What the heck, we're just smelling it? What kind of wasteful nonsense is that? At least put the fish back in the water. That is not even close to how ice works. In a game filled with bleak and depressing landscapes, this takes the cake. A bland cake without any frosting, but the cake nonetheless. If you look in the distance, kids, you'll see Hyrule's famous 2D backdrop mountains and all their rootin' tootin' glory. I heard they're filming the new Paper Mario up there. Come on, Midna, we're almost...
I can you tell I was sleep deprived? How much fun I had with that accent.
there. We just gotta follow the scent and we'll find the dreaded beast of the mountain. Probably a gamer now that I think about it, considering the trail of Cheeto dust. Yup, definitely a gamer. Oh god, a spiritual journey for my true self? I don't know if I'm ready for something like that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to find love or if I'll ever be happy with who I am as a person. I don't even know if I... Never mind, we're going snowboarding. Existential crisis averted. It's tricky to rock around, Hey, I thought we were just visiting this guy's house.
Thank you for keeping that joke short so I don't get copyright claimed.
Also, wow, hashtag rude. I mean,
The Yeti
yeah,
is
this
daddy,
decor
yes.
could use some work, but ruins? Snow Peak ruins? This place ain't that bad if you ignore the literal ghost in the foyer. All right, yada yada yada. Let's find the compass, item, mirror piece, and let's get out of here. Wow. Okay. That spiritual journey may be starting. Is it weird if I find her cute? I mean, biologically speaking. Girl, you are the loveliest treasure chest I ever got a map out of. Don't worry about me. I'll go right through this door and...
See, it's fun. You can tell that this video is like a few years old because there's no mother, no mommy jokes. And actually, yeah, I don't think there even would have been the comment of like, is this weird? Like if I did that today because there's so much of that like stuff now. But I was a trendsetter. I'll just say that.
I promise I wasn't hitting on your wife that I want to bang. But in a romantic way. This fish head is my reaction to pretty much every situation in life these days. Some nice delicious soup. That only restores 2 hearts. Seriously, where'd you get this broth? A convenience store? Hey, Yeto, maybe we should put Uku in the soup. I'll totally add a few hearts to it, right? You know, every gosh darn day, I'm grateful for the job I have. YouTube is a career that I wholeheartedly love, almost as much as I'm starting to love Yetta in the other room there. But some days, it can be tough. Some days, you gotta do a f***ing block puzzle. Oh great, they turned Canada's favorite non-sport into an enemy. That was a curling joke, folks. So, why do...
Damn, everyone's catching strays this episode. Emo girls? Curlers? Damn.
A couple of Yetis have a painting of the Master Sword's resting place. You know, a place that nobody's been to in the last 100 years. Please be an item, please be an item, please be an item, please be a pumpkin? These are some quirky You know, I'm not really sure how you managed to mix up a pumpkin and the treasure we're looking for, but, you know, I can look past some flaws.
I'm in love with any
You're still
girl.
pretty cute. You know? You got that whole, face thing going on. I'm like 90% sure this guy was already an enemy in Metroid Prime. You know, other than just keeping them in my pants, this is the least fun way of transporting giant balls that I've ever seen. Oh god, I'm having Link to the Past flashbacks. Stop ruining my childhood, you bastard! Alright, the night is slain. Now where is my treasure chest? I'm sure this dungeon's item will be awesome. Something ice related, something, is that it? Da-na-na-na, you got my old lady. You get it? The old ball and chain? It's a sexist way of referring to a wife, because society simultaneously encourages monogamy, yet builds up the cultural expectation of it also being prison. Do you get my joke there?
Based 2016 Josh. Holy shit.
My god, this would have made my Majora's Mask playthrough so much easier! All of that, everything I've been through, was for cheese? Wow, my girl is so thoughtful, letting me find out all of her favorite foods for our first date. Oh my gosh, this is so romantic.
Hey, buddy, don't worry about it. Keep making soup like this and you can elope with us too.
As I said, society encourages monogamy, but...
Based! Yeesh, these ice guys are like high school Josh levels of scrawniness.
Not quite as much hippie hair, though.
Finally, at long last, the bedroom key. Oh yeah! After so many frozen enemies and block puzzles, it'll all be worth it. Put on your sexy eyes, girls, cause we're about to...
Hey! Warning! There's about to be footage of a jump scare from Twilight Princess. No audio, though.
Could you imagine if someone just interrupted silence with a sudden noise and a scary face? What a dick move that would be! Oh. Oh no!
Oh boy.
Oh no! She got sexier! Hey, don't judge me. Everyone's got different types.
When will my reflection show?
I'm sorry I have to hurt you, baby. Blame video games' obsession with violence as a primary mechanic in 90% of AAA games, not me. Yes, Link, go ahead. Stare intently at the dark mirror fragment that you just saw turn someone into an unholy monster. Whoa, hey there, buddy. It's all right.
I only fell in love with your wife and hit her with medieval weaponry a bunch of times. Can me and her elope now? But unfortunately, that's where this love story has to end.
And
Because
thus Link
watching
gets
these
cucked.
two holding each other, truly knowing each other, I don't know if I'm capable of the kind of love that Yetta deserves. So, I'll keep wandering. I'll keep making YouTube videos. And maybe someday, I'll find a girl for me. Come on, Midna. There's nothing else here we can do.
Just kidding. Threesome time! And now for a word from our sponsor. You know, being a world-famous YouTuber isn't the easiest job in the world. Sometimes you have to speak really slowly and dramatically into a microphone while generic slow-motion footage of yourself plays in the background with copyright-free cinematic music. Whenever you're obviously pushing forward the future of entertainment like I am, you need a drink that's from the future as well. You need Soylent 2.0, a nutritionally complete meal that comes in a bottle and is always ready when you are. And you know what? It even tastes pretty good as well. If you want 50% off your first case of Soylent 2.0, check out the link in the description to order some today. And if you subscribe and refer a friend, the company will donate a day's worth of food to the World Food Program USA. Soylent is the future. Brunette YouTube guys that play video games for a living are the future. So try out Soylent 2.0 today. Hey there, if you enjoyed this...
So yeah, it's the whole Soylent bit is just supposed to be completely over the top. Like, just like, Soylent is so great. It fuels my making videos videos about video games. And just, yeah, all the slow motion dramatic footage. So part of it was, I filmed it with a friend of mine, but the gag was also supposed to be that Soylent completely saved my sex life. And they completely vetoed that idea. I don't even know how funny the ad is, like, without that. Like, I don't know if the joke, like, 100% gets across. But it's super funny to me just knowing that that's, like, the one time that a brand's been like, absolutely not. Can you please give us something else? Oh, my God. That takes me back. No fun allowed. Oh, Lord. Okay. So we got 2 episodes left. We have the double, or they're both double dungeons, but the finale one, that's more understandable. Yeah, I should look and see if I have that original ad anywhere. It's just a really funny one.
Forgot how funny that episode was. That's the thing. Like, I would look back on that episode a lot differently if it had like turned out like too chaotic or it wasn't funny along with the chaos. But the fact that I think it works. I think it comes together. I think there's enough like recurring bits and everything that it feels like a cohesive. It's a good solid episode of Twilight Princess. So I'm really glad that came together in like 24 hours. Oh dear.
Hey there, do you...
Oh, is this starting off with an ad? Damn. Wait, what is this an ad for? Oh, it's for Amino. Damn. No cold open in this one then, because it was all ad.
Welcome back to Twilight Princess, the game where even the NPCs are starting to make fun of my upload schedule.
You have Amino? I did for that ad read. I think I did a few, or like 3 different Amino ads. It was like I don't even know how to describe it. It was kind of like Reddit, but like Reddit and Tumblr had a baby. It was like there was different apps for like different niches. There was like Zelda Amino, Mario Amino, and Sonic Amino. So I did like an ad for each of those 3. You know what's crazy? Didn't kids get traumatized by that? In retrospect, I think at the time, or whenever I advertised it, it was all right. But I think over time, it just got more and more like unhinged and just, yeah. But yeah, I haven't checked in with that in years. But they were one of the like ad companies that actually just kept going back like every few months and being like, hey, you want to do another one? I was like, sure.
Welcome back to Twilight Princess, the game where even the NPCs are starting to make fun of my upload schedule. Wait, you guys actually thought I'd stick around and do the snowboarding side quest for a measly...
Wait a minute, how far apart were those episodes? That was in August. Okay, November. Yeah, okay. Nope, that joke was justified. To be fair, there's other 64 Things Wrong episodes in between these. Like, I never did 2 episodes of, like, Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time back-to-back. Well, Ocarina of Time, there would have been. But by this point, there was a whole variety of what I was doing 64 Things Wrong on. So there was episodes in between this stuff. But the actual, like, main series were always spaced
piece
out.
of heart? Oh, you people are precious. So, if you get caught as the wolf by the postman, you immediately transform into Link? Right in front of the guy? Whatever happened to keeping the whole furry thing a secret? Unless he's a furry too. Wow, Telma. This running gag sure is getting pretty annoying and mismanaged, just like the Sonic franchise. Swapped one overdone bit on this show for another. Aw, yeah. So, let me get this straight. We're backtracking back to the place we had to previously backtrack to for the Master Sword, which we'd already had to backtrack to multiple times before. I want whatever drugs these game designers were on, so I can flush them down the toilet. The drugs are bad. They lead to games like this. Yeah, the amount we've changed sure is crazy. I can get stabbed like 3 times as often as before. Dude, I'm literally carrying the Master Sword with me. I've been to the f***ing temple. Again, Master Sword. Right here. Okay, I know he's referring to something else technically in this bit of dialogue, but don't put 2 ancient temples with Hyrule saving weaponry in the same spot. Oh my god. So, while the last time we went through here was an epic emotional race to get the Master Sword so that Zelda's heartbreaking sacrifice wasn't in vain, this time, we got a massive golden cup. Yeesh, this game reuses content more often than I reuse jokes. Yeesh, this game reuses content more often than I reuse jokes. Die! Just die, you bastard! Go back to being overanalyzed as the villain of your own game. No, Link, don't do it! You don't want to have to go through puberty all over again, do ya? I mean, you can already grow hair in weird places whenever you want. No need to relive that crap again. And the boners, don't get me started on the... Oh, hey, it just opens the door. That's underwhelming. Like my boners? Alright, this game has dragged me around long enough. What could possibly be worth all of this endless backtracking on top of backtracking on top of... Well, we just discovered something for science. It apparently is possible to orgasm just from nostalgia alone. Seriously, Link, you gotta stop just thrusting that thing into random holes. You don't know what's gonna happen. You could get diseases. Or, stairs. I like how out of all the inexplicable places we found Uku so far, this is the first dungeon they decide to give us an actual explanation for. Also, yes, I am entirely aware this is the window Navi disappeared through at the end of Ocarina of Time. Finally, a series-long mystery put to rest. Navi died while playing this boring-ass game. Wait, how can I smell that there used to...
Damn. Twilight Princess Zara Josh was kind of salty.
be a statue here, presumably found...
Underwhelming boner is either a small penis or a bad at sex joke. See, the key, you keep people on your toes with the either really good at sex or really bad at sex jokes. You combine the both of them, you go back and forth between them, people are always on their toes. They never know what to expect. The chaos, you got to embrace it.
Thousands of years ago. How the heck does that work? That awkward moment when Link suddenly has the arms of insert famous basketball person here. Yo, you're telling me that the location of one of the most emotional plot twists in gaming history was built by Boyds? Ah, jeez. A spider? Oh, well, I'm sure I won't see anything bigger than that in this temple. Fighting dinosaurs on the temple stairs. How did dinos get in here? Well, actually, it's the Temple of Time, so I guess, wow, that actually does make sense. Because when I think Temple of Time, I think of lots of statues and switch puzzles. Oh my god, they actually used the spinner again. Damn, Link's as heavy as 2 stone statues? Gotta lay off the Lon Lon ice cream, dude. Alright, I've been making fun of Zelda games for like 3.5 years now, but have I ever laughed at how one of the most dangerous enemies in the entire series are called Dark Nuts? 'Cause I'm gonna. Ha. Ha ha. Wait, why does he have 2 swords? Well, I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. Wow, a giant spider boss in a Zelda game? This is my surprised voice. Okay, this one shoots lasers. My surprised voice is much less sarcastic now. All right, the boss is dead, so I guess I'll see you guys on the next episode of 64 Things Wrong with Wait a minute, we're only on number 35? What? But we did an entire dungeon! Are you telling me that the pacing of content in this game is so bad in the latter half, with all of its backtracking and repeated sections I can't really joke about anymore, that I need to cover 2 dungeons in 1 episode? But that's twice as many item jokes! Twice as much making fun of bosses! Twice as much me turning every single mechanic in this game into a penis joke! Well, I guess I'll just have to do my best to make sure the second half of this episode is just as clever as the first. Hey guys, it looks like this game's story is going to the birds. Freaking nailed it. Oh, good. I guess we finally progressed enough in the game to get this long-forgotten amnesia subplot moving again. I'm just reading the script now and realized I put long-forgotten amnesia. That's funny. Oh, you're accidentally funnier than you're actually funny, Josh. Seriously, how could Renato just stop talking to a woman with such nice, tantalizingly firm principles? That's it, I'm done with this running gag. Gee, I sure am glad they turned the iconic Zelda trading side quest into an actual part of the main story. And then somehow made it even more boring.
Why did I just get a Twitch alert that we hit our sub goal, but no one subscribed? Oh! Dr. Toonlink, 64. Thank you for resubscribing for 9 months. Damn, I'm seeing the future, I guess. Long Forgotten Amnesia joke is my favorite of the whole TP series. I forgot about that bit, but that's a good one. Thank you very much, Dr. Toonlink, for the 9 months. Congrats on your new red light bulb. Yeah, I thought Twitch was just being super slow, but that makes sense. It was 75 out of 75. Damn.
one of these days, we might hit the triple digits again. Holy shit. Bam. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Dr. Toonlink. Is Twitch ever sober? True. Man, I really wish that the, yeah, YouTube chat, I can definitely still see you. Don't worry. I could never forget my YouTube chat. Or my Twitch chat. Or my Kick chat if there was anyone there. But yeah, sometimes they can be weird with popping up on screen with the YouTube stuff, but it should come back eventually.
Unusual.
I forgot the amnesia joke.
I guess I
was
too
being meta.
like to sniff the medicines. All right, I know this game's rated T for teen, but this dude totally giving me the eye. Hey, saying wrong in all capital letters is my gimmick. Wow, this Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer wasn't really worth the wait, you know?
Love you too, Virch.
I ship it. Never mind. I can't make a shipping joke so close
Kick
to this
Virch.
scene. Curse you, Koji Kondo. It's fine. It's fine. I got some fragile masculinity in my eyes. Oh my god, I could.
All right. That's a good line. That's better than this series deserved. I got some fragile masculinity in my eyes. I like that.
Completely forgot I named the horse Zelda at the start of this playthrough and just got super duper.
That's like, can I reuse a 64 Things Wrong joke as a song lyric? That's actually would be fucking great as a lyric.
Confused. And that, kids, is how you solve severe concussions and brain trauma. Oh, I'm sorry. I've just ran out of creative ways to complain about all the stupid backtracking in this game, so I'm just gonna stop trying. Finally, just before going after the last mirror piece, they actually give me something to do in Hyrule Field. All that wide open space, just about useless until now. Great planning, you guys. And now we finally find a way to the sky with a big dramatic music reveal and everything, and we still gotta take it to the cannon repair guy first. This game is a nightmare. Hey, where'd they get this footage of?
So I'm acapelling the whenever I was moving the initial guy around Temple of Time, I'm singing the "and I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more," and then the chorus of that song is da 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 da. So it's a callback. If you know that song, it's a callback.
Me working on a video. Oh, cool. We're being
Wait,
launched
what was
into a
that?
better
I was being
game.
self-deprecating
They
again.
get this footage of me working on a video. Oh, cool. We're being launched into a better game. This temple has everything. A store.
Whoa!
Temple has. Hey, where'd they get this footage of me working on a video?
Wait.
Oh, cool. We're being launched into a better game.
The hot take. I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I'd agree with that anymore. I know I used to, around the time of this video, my take was that I thought that Twilight Princess was probably a bit better than Skyward Sword, but I thought Skyward Sword did what it was trying to do better than Twilight Princess did what it was trying to do. But I don't know if I agree with that anymore. It's a good troll joke, but I'm actually trying to figure out if I'd even justify it anymore. I'm not sure. I need to replay both of these.
This temple has everything. A store, foreign-speaking titty birds, and even a nice big dragon. The Uka are apparently advanced enough to build an entire magical flying city, but not quite.
Is that a reference to something? Pronouncing dragon that way? I feel like that's from something. Skyward Sword would be a really, or would fit 64 Things Wrong really well. I don't even know. I feel like that's a reference to something, but I don't even know what it was now.
Quite advanced enough to avoid being treated like a common chicken. So, someone in Hyrule is gonna die because of that. Just no chance of survival. I hope it's the baby. All right, buddy, of all the things to make a shield out of, you chose a hookshot target? Really? Yeah, well, at least whatever he's guarding should be pretty creative. I mean, da-na-na-na, you got a claw shot. Another one. There's 2 now. Look, I know you guys are obsessed with trying to one-up Ocarina of Time, but come on, having twice as many hook shots isn't the way to— Never mind, I'm Spider-Man now. This game is perfect. Wolf Link in the sky with midnight.
Oh, give me the
If
Beatles
I sing
reference.
something, that automatically makes it funnier. Finally, a boss enemy worthy of my legendary Zelda skills. Grass. Seriously though, a fire-spewing boss that you need to weigh down with the iron boots? Real original. Yep, this is a totally reasonable way to fight a dragon. Just swinging around on plants. Why aren't the chicken dudes helping with this? And there we have it, the final piece of the Mirror of Twilight. And I'm not even sure if we only have 1 episode left to go, or potentially even 2. I don't know. Depends on how
Just
many
1.
jokes I can get at his aunt's stupid dancing. All I know, deep down in the bottom of my soul, is this. No more cutscenes, I just want the heckaroni at a chicken titty city. Hey there, if you enjoyed this video, why not?
Thank you very much, Yuki, for resubscribing with the tier 1 for 3 months. Congrats on the new, the brand new light bulb color. Very appreciated, Yuki. Thank you so much. This is the last video of the old Endslate era. Oh, is it? Oh. We'll have to see what it looks like in the next one then. Chicken Titty City is a good alliteration. All right, we have 1 episode of Twilight Princess left. So, I don't think we're going to be doing any one-offs tonight, unfortunately. I know the one-off episodes go a little bit longer, and it's going to be like 10:30 p.m. by the time I wrap this up. So I do think we're just gonna do or wrap up Twilight Princess with. So we still have a 15-minute episode left of that. But just looking at the time, I don't know if I want to do a whole bunch of, or I don't know if I have the time for any one-offs afterwards. But just to reassure you guys, again, we got all of the red ones left to go, and we're keeping track of them. We will be watching them, and all the VODs are definitely going up on YouTube. So I think I like doing these on the Saturday nights, because last stream I kind of mentioned that I felt weird about doing like a full, like in the middle of the day, like just streaming, watching my old videos, but it feels right as like a nice, as like a Saturday evening thing. So next Saturday we might do some more. Or if not that Saturday, then the Saturday after. I might go back. I might try crowd control on a Saturday. But I'm not 100% sure. This is just me thinking out loud. But I have like the Saturday evening reacting to this. So we definitely will be watching all these videos. And we got a whole lot of one-offs to get through. And crowd control YouTube reactions. Oh. I mean, if anyone while I'm reacting to this stuff was to like super chat or put anything in and tell me to do something, wait. I don't even know what the crowd control options would be for reacting to a video, but we can work something out if someone super chats enough. Yeah, that's just media share, I guess. But yeah, we definitely will be getting through all these episodes. I'm very excited to do that. But yeah, with the final episode of Twilight Princess, which I think was that in 2017 that came out. It was November 2016, February 2017. This was a few months before I wrapped up university. That was the wrong button. We're going back in time. No stream yet. Stream tomorrow. So the next stream will be on Tuesday. The next 2 days, I have a whole bunch of band stuff, recording things for the album. We're restringing my acoustic guitar, so I'm excited for that. So yeah, no streams the next couple days, but they're... Oh shit, actually, I might be working on Tuesday since I'm moving that around on Monday. I'm not sure when the next stream will be. Thursday at the latest. But there might be one on Tuesday. Then we have a fan submitted 64 things wrong with video in the works. So was that scrapped? That was scrapped because that was a concept I was considering, but then I basically took my break from 64 things wrong, whenever that was happening. So yeah, this would have been just a... Wow, this was like 2 weeks before Breath of the Wild came out, actually. This was 15th of February? Yeah, it was like 2.5 weeks before Breath of the Wild came out. Damn. The last Ocarina of Time randomizer, yes, it is on YouTube as a VOD. Okay. Let's hop right into the finale.
All right, okay. So, some of you may be wondering why this video took so long. Now, I could do the usual YouTuber thing and blame writer's block, my work in musical theater, or the impending possibility of World War III, but I've decided to just be honest with you guys. I've literally spent every waking moment of 2017 touching myself to that new Breath of the Wild trailer. You think I'm exaggerating, but seriously, I think I'm starting to get some calluses on my... Welcome back to Twilight Princess, the game that innovated on collecting large amounts of...
Sorry, I just need to pause and reflect for a second. Dick calluses is a horrifying concept to think of. I just actually gave that a bit more thought than I think I did at the time. Ooh.
Useless bullcrap as the only form of side quests years before Ubisoft ever assassined Creed. Whoa, this lady can tell me about the future of Link's love life? That's crazy! Hey, wait a minute. Computer enhance! You know, they're just starting to get really lazy with these ancient Sheikah languages. Also, she just wound up showing me Lake Hylia, which, haha, that's a neat way of delivering clues for the next piece of heart, but seriously.
So the joke... The joke is that it could be hand calluses, but because I cut it off, it could be dick calluses. It could be either way.
Where's my true love? Is it a fish? I'm gonna go f a fish. Oh no, would you look at the time? I guess we gotta go back to the main...
Damn, making this joke 6 years before that new Super Mario Bros. Episode.
Plot! Which totally has to be more interesting than touching glowing things as Spider-Man. Wait, the Mirror of Twilight's fixed just like that? We don't have to go through another dungeon to get some super glue or scotch tape? I don't know, some staples? You know, if that giant rock had just had a
it was 2.5 weeks before Sidon.
This game would be a hell of a lot shorter. And now for Midna to give some very much needed backstory while the camera zooms in on a spinning portal, also that they wouldn't have to animate more than a couple facial expressions for Midna being sad. But really, who cares about Midna being sad? I mean, it's not like she's the title character of the game or anything. Oh my god. That's a bigger Zelda plot twist than when they made you get hot. Also, are we just gonna ignore the fact that this guy has fire crotch? All right, it's finally time. We've had an entire game of build-up fighting back against the realm of pure Twilight to save Hyrule. And it's time to travel to its very source. What crazy new visuals will we encounter? What impossible dimension could be contained within this swirling mirror? What horrors? Oh, cool, it's the exact same color palette as the rest of the game. Great job, arty-farty people. Wait, you're seriously concerned that the Twilight are going to judge you for looking like an imp? Midna, girl. A, you've got one of the largest Rule 34 collections on the internet. Ain't nobody think you ain't hot. And B, these other motherfuckers are ugly as sin. They can't judge anyone. They're like the Donald Trump's hands of people. Welcome to the Palace of Twilight, where all of the enemies are just black versions of normal enemies.
Early 2017
and Koji
political
Kondo
jokes.
just sat on a synthesizer to come up with the battle theme. Yeesh, when I said I was willing to travel across dimensions just for Zant to give me some head, this isn't quite what I had in mind. Oh no, they filled the room with furry powder. Midna, don't breathe it in. We gotta make ourselves a DeviantArt account. All right, I feel dirty even joking about that. Log me off. Uninstall Google Chrome, throw my computer out the window. I mean, it's not like that could impact my upload schedule any further. Wow, a phantom version of a Zelda enemy appearing just before the actual foe? Oh, Twilight Princess, you're just filled to the brim with originality. And boss battles. Seriously, this fight takes forever. Wow, I can't believe furry powder is allergic to sunlight. Just like actual furries. Oh no, not a creepy stone hand making rock
I don't
and
like
roll
that one as
gestures.
much anymore.
That's the music of the devil. Jeez, I haven't seen someone's appendage move that slow since, huh. You know, by now I'm just so done with this game that my instinct is to just default to a sex joke, but, slow hand doesn't quite fit with that. Damn. Remind me to come back to this one. Okay. So I guess the sunballs can do that? Do they really see this as an improvement? Hooray, I changed from being short and stubby to having demon eyes. And demon nipples. 50% more evil than regular nipples. And then I did the whole thing all over again. But a little different. Just like every Pokemon game. Da-na-na-na,
Oh,
you got
the
the Master
shade.
Sword improvement. You know, the sword that was already supposed to be the ultimate weapon, the Blade of Evil's bane, but yet somehow every Zelda game always has to find a way to either make it even better or replace it entirely. Look, being a literal representation of all that is pure and good in the world is nice, but what if we had a strobe effect? If I had a nickel for every time a girl told me that, I would be in severe debt. Okay, seriously, how egotistical do you have to be to make all of your sentries just look like your own helmet? That's gotta fall somewhere between Donald Trump and naming your YouTube channel really freaking clever. I knew I should have taken the stairs. All right, the moment is at hand. After hours and hours and poorly paced hours of buildup, it's time to face off against the super ominous and imposing king of Twilight himself, Zant, who is ready for the totally fitting finale to one of the darkest Zelda games ever made with... And he's crazy. And into yoga. I don't know which is worse. Shout out to the writers of this game for including an answer to the age-old question, is Ganondorf still as much of a daddy even when trapped as a fiery head in between worlds? The answer is yes. Man, you know the real estate market is in a bad spot when even the big bad needs to borrow battle arenas from previous bosses. Damn it, I knew I used that head joke too quickly. Yeesh, I know we just kicked his butt, Midna, but you don't have to make fun of his appearance. Could you please just go a bit easier on him or... There, much better. Sticks and stones and magical hair might kill the out of you, but words will never hurt me. Okay, now it's time to go and fight the actual villain. And after all of this build-up, I am just ready to go. I'm gonna stab the first enemy I see right in the... Oh, for the love of... Giant impenetrable pyramid of dark Triforce power? Prepare to be bested by a hat. Some assembly required. Look, I gave the design of the Palace of Twilight crap for just being dark and bleary, but then to have the super secret actual final dungeon of the game just be foggy? And rain? Why is Twilight Princess ending in Seattle? Gee, I sure hope this is the biggest pig-type monster thing I have to deal with today. Hey guys, remember me? I'm the loose end nobody was worried about from the subplot that ended hours and hours ago. Let's pad out the game even further, shall we? Am I supposed to feel bad for this guy? You kidnapped children, you gave me a concussion, and traumatized a young girl into memory-affecting brain damage. Fine, screw you. Run away to start filming Shrek 5. See if I care. Okay, now that I'm currently fighting my way through a giant marble palace with 7 chandeliers in one room, I'm starting to empathize with Ganondorf's attempts to wipe out the royal family. Down with the bourgeois. All right, seriously? I do 2 entire dungeons with the fate of all of Hyrule at stake, and the secret society dedicated to saving Hyrule only shows up to kill a few archers and dinosaurs? I could do that in my sleep by this point. This is the weirdest game of strip poker that I have ever played. And I go to college. I've seen some stuff. I mean, not like boob stuff, but stuff. Today's episode of 64 Things Wrong is dedicated in the memory of those killed in the siege on Hyrule Castle and are now forever doomed to be a ghost that points out which parts of a block puzzle are safe for a dog to walk on. We're all trapped in hell. I knew I should have taken the elevator. All right, Ganondorf, your evil reign has come to an end. It is time to... Oh, did you guys think I was gonna go on a rant there? That I was going to, like, in-depth examine this cutscene and make fun of the fact that, like, Midna and Ganondorf are the only 2 that really seem to have beef here. Like, Link's just a bystander. Well, I was gonna do that, but oh no! Nintendo, you copyright claimed me when I tried to upload this part of the video. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry for trying to show off part of the game that you sent me review code of. I'm sorry, that's my bad, Nintendo.
That pixel's driving me insane.
I just need to complain about you guys instead of complaining about, you know, Ganondorf. You're Ganondorf now, Nintendo. I don't know where I'm going with this, but they won't let me post footage, so I guess this is all I have to work with. Seriously, though, I consider myself to be mostly straight, but this guy right here, them eyebrows are smashing me right down the Kinsey scale. And now, because every final Zelda
that
boss
pixel was
fight
not
needs
on
to
purpose,
include a
no.
tennis match, it's time to fight Zelda. You can tell she's evil now because she's got some basic as hell tattoos. Oh, come on!
Rude. Do you think Nintendo would still copyright now? I don't think so. Nintendo seems to be a lot better in that department lately. He went from mostly straight to... I mean... It's still kind of true, but bisexuality isn't like just a 50-50 thing. So it still kind of works.
And they wouldn't let Serena Williams pull off a move like that. All right, the princess has been...
What was my favorite Zelda? I am currently in a big... I'm very torn, because Ocarina of Time's up at the top, and Breath of the Wild was tied with it, but now I think Tears of the Kingdom is above Breath of the Wild. So I need to figure out if Tears of the Kingdom and Ocarina of Time are tied for the first spot, or how that ranking goes. But I'm figuring it out.
Saved, the evil expelled out of her, and now we can finally... Is there seriously still more to this game? Screw you, Ganon, time to make bacon. And this fight is whack-a-mole. Remember that other time Ganondorf turned into a hideous beast in a last-ditch attempt to destroy the world? Yeah, it's like that, but whack-a-mole. Well...
Ironically, that's also how Breath of the Wild ends, which would come out in 2.5 weeks.
If that wasn't a metaphor for my love life at the moment, I don't know what is. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like that, but whack-a-mole. Well, if that wasn't a metaphor for my love life at the moment, I don't know what is.
Oh, because I get healed by the fairy and then immediately hit with something. Wait, what? Yeah, no. I think I had a small breakup just before this video was made.
Okay, we finally beat Ganon in his final form, so of course it's time to randomly get teleported outside while Midna does her weird spider god thing, but apparently it doesn't do jack, and oh my god, he just broke Midna's hat. I'm gonna stab you in your stab wound, you sexy son of a... You know, this version of Princess Zelda may be a terrible diplomatic leader that gives up at the very first sign of aggression from an invading nation, but at least she can somehow manage to shoot a moving target while riding on the back of a horse. In a dress, with magic. Wind Waker did this fight better. All right, this is the part where I pretend like I finally killed Ganondorf. But then he pops up in another form because of course he does. And, wait. Where'd his horse go? Did Ganon eat a horse? Okay, no, I've had it. I am done. You are telling me, after this entire supposedly grand and epic journey, where I did everything from herding goats to, herding more goats, the final battle for the fate of all of Hyrule is gonna take place in a transparent, walled arena, just randomly in the middle of the most boring version of Hyrule Field to ever appear in a Zelda game? That's your idea of a climax? You already peaked with the giant frickin' pig! You can't just try to do Wind Waker again, but without the collapsing ocean and the relationship between Link and Ganondorf and, you know, everything that made it good! I mean, holy crap, do you really... Okay, I'm getting out of breath here, but I think I'm gonna...
Open your eyes.
No, I can't do it. I'm done with Twilight Princess, okay? There's nothing redeemable about this. I can't even be sarcastic about how much I dislike this game. Just let me go back to sleep. Unless... Wait a minute. Are those boobs? Not just any boobs, all sorts of boobs. Why, I never noticed it before because of her amazing personality, but man, Telma's got nice boobs as well. Everyone in this game does. Everyone in this game has nice boobs. That's the secret, isn't it? People only like Twilight Princess because of boobs! Alright, I'm back in the fight, I'm recharged, and I'm ready to put my comedy skills to the test. Bring it on, Ganondorf, do something weird. Set me up for a grand slam of a comedic finale. Well, it looks like he fell for that one, hook, line, and sinker. Hey, buddy, could I have that back? I mean, it looks great on you, but I'm just worried that there might be some germs if you have it for too long like that. Might get a bit infected. Alright, so the exact implications of this scene are heavily debated in the Zelda community, but I can't just decide which is more disturbing. Zant spontaneously getting his neck broken when Ganondorf's power begins to fade, or Zant deliberately snapping his own neck to defeat Ganondorf himself. Really? You couldn't have been that much of a badass during our boss fight instead of just hopping around like a Cartoon Network show on acid? And now for the part of the game where people with chibi fetishes go, "Aw, Midna's less hot now." As for me, well, yay, more boobs. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached the end of our long, very weirdly paced adventure through Twilight Princess. And by weirdly paced, I don't just mean game design-wise. I'm talking about my upload schedule, too. So, I guess I shouldn't complain too much more. And while I have to admit that Twilight Princess isn't my favorite Zelda game, doing this series has shown me that for a lot of people, it very much is. And I think that's great, that we can all have different opinions about which Zelda title is the greatest, that different aspects of a game matter more to different people, and that at the end of the day, we're all just fans, enjoying something we love, whether it's by endlessly praising it or making fun of its rather chest-obsessed character design. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is... goat herding is still bullshit. Haven't changed my mind on that one. See you when Breath of the Wild comes out. Hey there, did you enjoy this video? Why not hit that like button?
No, I didn't. Not even a little bit. I'm gonna go watch a YouTube Shorts instead. How could you? Oh dear. Yeah, and then the outros just became the shorter ones like this. What? What? I can't do it. Wait. Oh god. No, wait. Wait, did that actually work eventually? Thanks. Thanks, game. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, oh god. I've forgotten that I was like, there was some genuine salt behind those episodes. Because I think I have a much more positive, I think all of the stuff I complained about is still valid, but it doesn't bug me as much. Or it's not like, I wouldn't make a video complaining about it anymore. Yeah, my take on Twilight Princess is that I still have a bit of conflicted feelings about some parts of the game, but I find that stuff I find more interesting than like I'm salty at it now, or I'm like this is bad, or like yeah, any of the like how do people like this stuff. this the last time you played Twilight Princess? No, I did a playthrough on stream, I think in 2018 on Twitch. Yeah, it would have been around 2018. I think even then I was coming around a bit on it. But yeah, this was like... This was around whenever the saltiness was at its peak for the show. But yeah, wait, do I have that? Do I have all this? Wait, where is my little... Oh, there's the thing. All right, they are all labeled as watched. Beautiful. One thing I'll absolutely give this game over Wind Waker, Ganondorf dying on his feet is so metal. Oh yeah, all the Ganondorf stuff in this game I think is really good. I even really like that he like manipulates Xant for so much of it and how like Xant's character is handled. Like I'm very down with that stuff. Mario Galaxy when? Probably soonish. Maybe the next one I might do a bunch of one-offs and then we'll do like yeah, we might do Galaxy next. Wait a little bit before doing Wind Waker. But yeah, the next reaction stream might be mostly one-offs, just to get a chunk of them out of the way. Because that's when the episodes start being like 15 to 20 minutes. Biggest complaint with this series, 64 Games Wrong, is it seems to come off the meanness of the Zelda series. Yeah, I would agree. That surprised me a little bit, that there was a bit more like genuine salt in this one. I understand it because of the recording situation with the opening and all that. But yeah, I think this was during the saltier era and stuff. Because this would also be the peak of like 64 Things Wrong with like Sonic the Hedgehog and things like that. But overall, I think it's like I still very much enjoy this series, and oh my god, sorry, I've been watching a lot of Temple of Doom. Or no, I've been watching a lot of Indiana Jones lately. Twilight Princess is my Temple of Doom, where Temple of Doom is the movie that that George Lucas and Steven Spielberg made while they were both going through divorces. And so it's weirdly like just a lot more mean-spirited than the other Indiana Jones movie. Twilight Princess is my one of those. I wasn't going through a divorce or anything. I don't even think I was having any relationship drama or anything. But I was going through the goat herding. And goat herding is just as bad as divorces. So this is my Temple of Doom. This series single-handedly made me think that liking Twilight Princess was a hot take. Oh! I think a little bit of this as well, though, was... I think at the time that I made this, because Zelda games always go through, Zelda games go through a game will be like overrated and then it'll be underrated and then overrated, like the general like consensus that you, so just to be clear, I'm saying nothing bad about Temple of Doom. It being more mean-spirited and everything, nothing wrong with that. It makes that one interesting. And so that's why like I don't mind that my Twilight Princess one is a bit harsher, because it makes it like stand out a bit. It's actually interesting how you had such a salty era of 64 Things Wrong With when the series was started to make fun of overly negative YouTube videos that pick apart games and movies. Agreed. Yeah. It's interesting whenever I leaned into that a bit more. I think like probably the Twilight Princess episodes and stuff is probably what led to me being really reflective and like wanting to like add the parody to the to like future episodes and like putting a lot of thought into like how the episodes were coming across. And like whenever I took a break from making 64 Things Wrong for like a few years, was I think due to like figuring out how I felt about that. 64 things wrong with Skyward Sword. Potentially in the future sometime I'd like to do that. Yeah, I don't, because there's technically one episode of Breath of the Wild, but I made that years ago. So going into like part 2 of Breath of the Wild is gonna feel weird whenever I do that. Not 100% sure what the future holds for 64 Things Wrong With. There'll definitely be more episodes at some point, but yeah, I mentioned on the stream before that I've been putting some thought into that. And at the moment, the two big creative projects that I want to focus on for the next couple months is finishing this album and launching Your Fave Game as a YouTube series. Because I'm in the era where I need to figure out like what I want to be doing new. Looking at some of the view counts on these older episodes, it's like, holy shit. Compared to like what the views on like new stuff I upload today, it's absolutely nuts. So I need to I'm in that second decade of my YouTube career part thing where I'm no longer like young and super with the algorithm. So I need to find the stuff that's really creatively satisfying for me and figure out what I want to be uploading on the channel. Just skip straight to part 3 of Breath of the Wild. Confuse everyone. Just blow everyone's mind. I've had longer breaks between Zelda episodes, but Wind Waker was different because it felt like I just had to make the finale. Like I had the established thing to build off of. But Breath of the Wild's kind of weird because it was originally that new show, Link's Inner Monologue, back whenever I didn't want to be, or whenever I was having some concerns about 64 Things Wrong With. And so I tried that out as a video, but then eventually I just turned that into the first episode of Breath of the Wild. So yeah, I'm not sure. There's a lot of conflicting thoughts on some of that stuff. What else is happening in chat? Hey, Bubs. What's going on? Am I gonna actually use threads asking for a friend? We'll see. I'll probably like, I might try posting whatever I tweet like on there as well, but who fucking knows what social media site's gonna take off. Percy. What are you doing? I like the inner monologue idea, honestly. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that one. I was going through, like, the 2019, like, the Joshua rebrand and all that stuff. I was going through some wild mental health shit. So there's some of that stuff that I'm just not sure how to continue from. But I like that concept for the episode. The inner monologue, was that inspired by Freeman's Mind? Not specifically, no. I've never actually watched that one. Oh, hey, Nightfire's mom. But yeah, the inner monologue was just me trying to think of a way to kind of continue my 64 Things Wrong With humor without it being, like, tied to that series. But, yeah, I just wound up not really continuing with that idea. What's wrong? Come here. Want to come say bye to people? I know if I stand up, you're going to run out of the room. Alrighty. Thoughts on Tumblr? It's all right. I haven't used it in a while, but I used to be on it a lot back in the day. Joshua era was a weird time. I prefer the Busker era too. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have everything just like under that name. I kind of changed to that name because when I was guest hosting on that comic book channel, I needed like a professional name for that. And so it's kind of nice to just, that's my stage name type thing. And now I'm really focusing on the music stuff. And yeah, we will see what the future holds. It's always, it's like anime arcs, the Clever arc, the Joshua arc, the Busker arc. I hate how much I like wonder if like the name change is like really screwed with like how many people see like 64 Things Wrong and stuff like that. But it's something I can't worry about too much. Past is the past, and like the Joshua rebrand I feel kind of iffy about now, but I was going through some shit, so I don't really I don't want to put too much regrets on that. But I think I'm overall in a better place now, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the future look like now that I'm not a hit algorithm channel and all that stuff anymore. Would you ever do a video game soundtrack? That'd be really fun to do. I would really enjoy doing that. Favorite Digimon? Either War Greymon or Vmon. And yeah, that's also the thing, is like the YouTube algorithms change so much, and just people grow up and like grow out of like what type of content they want to watch and everything. So anyone that still does watch my stuff and is still around, I absolutely 100% appreciate it. Will you ever make an apology video? Is there anything specific I should be apologizing for? If I did anything that would, or if in the future I do anything that, what's the way to phrase this? If I do anything in the future that necessitates an apology, I'd probably do that. The Sonic bashing. Oh, hating Twilight Princess? Not an apology video. If I did an episode of Really Freaking Clever on it, I might like address my evolving thoughts on the game. But I don't think I'd make a full-on apology video, no. But yeah, I do believe that is gonna wrap us up for tonight. I had a lot of fun doing this stream. Next stream will be probably on Thursday. There might be one on Tuesday, but I think I'm gonna be busy that day. If I did make an apology video, would I use a ukulele? It's got a couple more strings, so you can tell that I'm way more sincere. Is this in tune? I'm sorry for all the shit I said about Twilight Princess. You know, it's not that bad, except for the fucking goat herding. And I guess at the end of the day, we can all agree that Midna's pretty hot. I mean, we might disagree about which form is hotter, but hey, that's just differences of opinion. So let's, sorry for all those kids I groomed. Wait, shit, no, wrong. That was a Miranda Sings joke. I have not groomed any kids. Just disclaimering right now. Oh, Lord. But see, you could tell I'm more sincere. It had 2 extra strings on it. So, like, the strings of sincerity. That was all improv on the spot. I'm very sorry. If it wasn't so late at night, I'd play you guys an actual song on the way out. But that would probably be a bit too loud. So, thank you guys for being an amazing audience as always. I had a ton of fun. I will see you all next time. Have a great night, y'all. Mwah.